Hey, Aubrey. And y'all are never going to believe what I saw. Oh, hey, Recliner. What I saw yesterday, I went to, hey, Angelica. Is it, yeah. So if I didn't tell hello to Boston when she came into a live, she would leave my live or drop my, whatever, and be so pissed. She would be so pissed at me, okay? That would mean that I don't notice her, that I ignore her, that I don't love her. That's what that would mean. And I'm not exaggerating. That's quite literally what it would mean. Okay? Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Mary. I know, can you imagine? Now, I want y'all, because, she said she asked me to be a better friend, and I couldn't do that. Now, look, you see, now imagine if every single one of you expected that from me. Imagine how we wouldn't be able to, I would basically have a live just to tell people hello. Right? I mean, is that really realistic to do that? But guess what, y'all? I don't know if anyone noticed this. Drop a 1 in the chat if you did notice this. When Boston was around still, did you notice that I would often say, hey, Boston, when she came into the live? Did anyone, I want to see if anyone happened to notice that. Or if you ever heard me saying that when Boston came in. Okay? Yeah. She got hellos and y'all didn't, right? Well, this is why it was okay for her to get a hello and not y'all. I'm going to show y'all why, okay? I'm going to show y'all why it was important. Why, okay? I'm going to oops. Because this is how Boston viewed herself. So this message, just so y'all know the context, says, what set me off with Sarah saying she should, it was probably jokingly, commented under it and was like, where I'm at, I should be in there. And Boston wrote a really nasty comment back, why should you be in this picture? Get over it. You're not, you're never going to be in this picture. You're never going to be in one. I'm not okay with her saying that. I wasn't okay with her talking to someone like that and making them feel like they weren't important. So this is what she wrote me. What set me off was Sarah saying she should have been in our group picture. These women need to understand you have a close friendship with I had no idea you hold all of your followers in the same regard. I'm sorry if I feel closer to you and the other people I'm in the picture than the whole community. I guess I just don't understand why it's not okay to have your friends and your friends. So y'all, in quotes, by the way, y'all are my not real friends. Y'all are just my followers. But here's the thing. I don't feel that way. I actually care about y'all just as much as I care about the people that come on my panel. Yes. And that was never, for some reason, Boston couldn't understand that. Boston couldn't understand that. She felt like, why you have to care about these people that much. Died, okay? And I know for some people like, okay, well, I mean, your landlord, okay? No, my landlord meant so much to me. I'm actually not going to go too deep into that because I will get emotional because that's have to be scared to ever come to me about anything. And she said much more than that. And I always really meant a lot to me that she, say it again. Say what again? Oh, did it all cut out? It's fucking hot. Shit, it's all cut out. I wonder if I'm getting reported. Okay. Okay. I completely cut out. Okay, so recently my landlord in Boston was like, I wasn't speaking to her because of what she did when Woo Woo came to golf with us, making amends with someone. And because she went into Natasha Cooper's live and was like her new bestie, and it just was very childish and petty. And my landlord had passed away, okay? And I was supposed to give Boston a phone call so we can have that she just so desperately wanted all the fucking time, since I'm, an octopus and I could just be on the phone with 8 different people. And I told her we would have this conversation, but my landlord, that really pissed me off. And also my landlord had died that day, and she was in like our group chat, the HQ group chat, and I left a Austin listens to everything. She goes back and reads everything. And I was sobbing, okay? She left HQ that day, and so I know she listened to, and she still was mad because I hadn't called her yet, okay? And she saw that I was on the phone in Discord. That's the reason I had to turn that off, by the way, because she would know, be like, oh, Brie could be on the phone call, but she can't talk to me, like that kind of shit. So I had to literally the feature like to where you can see if you're on the phone, because if not, Boston would know when I'm on the phone with someone and she would get mad. Yeah, I had to turn off that fucking feature. So I was on a group call and I was just really emotional, and she messaged me and was like, your followers, I guess. Followers, my followers are my friends. Like Boston, it's like she forgets that you are one of my followers too. I mean, you were a follower, quote unquote, whatever, before you were my friend. I mean, what? Like, that's what I had to deal with, and I constantly dealt with it. And then I would get on the phone with her, and I'd finally express like how it's not fair, and then she would make me feel really, really bad, and then I would end up sitting there like comforting her and validating her and making her feel important and special and all of that. And I'm over here sobbing about my landlord that passed away. Conversation with her as well. Like, you never call me. Boston, I don't call you because I'm on the phone for 8 hours with you. I don't know. I have Wi-Fi on. I guarantee you. So, for some reason, because, it's so crazy because me and so great. They're probably all, reporting me right now. I know. I don't know what else to do. What's crazy is I guess it's okay telling people all she wanted was for me to be a good friend, but it's not okay for me to come on here and tell the real truth of that story, of what really happened. And no, the haters might not be reporting. I'm talking about Boston and her new friends. Should I go to YouTube? Okay, hold on. Type my YouTube in the chat. quad because, yeah. It's just, that's a lie. Oops, wrong one. Because you know what? It's really, like, it's so crazy. It feels like, I'm not sure what happened in the world over the last week, but it was like one day, we were one big happy family, a lot of us, and the next day, like, it was like this huge division happened. Hey, division, I don't mean within the FBI, like my Discord. Like, we're good. We're good. Well, Ray, come up and see if that helps. See if this helps. So, I can't hear a little. You can't hear? Do I have to clean out like, can y'all, okay, when it's not lagging, are y'all able to at least hear me speaking though? Because the other day I have to clean out the speaker. Okay, you hear me? Okay. Y'all hear me scream? Y'all just, oh, okay. Trying to convince everybody that I'm the and um it makes me wonder if people are reporting, probably them, because they don't want the truth. Let's see. YouTube. No. You. It's all right. We're gonna. Wait, how in the fuck? Did my YouTube? Oh no, never mind. I'm about to say. Create, go live. No, the same thing's. I'm just gonna okay. I'm setting up YouTube. Colors and good. It can be I'm gonna go on YouTube and then it can be saved for everyone to see. The truth. I can do that. Part of that. It's not made for kids. Not for kids. Okay, next. I'm on. Public. Whatever public. Done. I'll let y'all know when it starts. Okay. Well, let me just cover it up with something because I don't want. I don't want me to be on the screen. I just want it to be.
The lag is like gone now.
What? It's gone?
It was gone. That's what I came up for. That's what I was trying to say. Everyone's saying the same thing. It's not lagging.
Oh, God. Well, I guess if it's thought. Well, yeah, probably. I'm wondering if it's stopping because, like I said, I'm going to YouTube and everybody. I don't know. I just think that's weird. So, anyways, okay. Well, I have it right here ready to go live if I decide to. Oh, it is for you. It is for me. Like it's lagging. Wait, what are you talking about, Allie?
Boss offered to invade a miner's private. Yeah, we have to go to YouTube.
Like off and on, but still does. Yeah, it's cutting out for some people. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna go live on YouTube and keep this up. And if it gets bad for everybody, just go over there and then we'll just all go there. But let me find something to cover up my camera.
You can't just put the little icon up for your pic?
I will, but it once I get in, so I'm just gonna cover it up a little. Okay. I found something.
Okay.
Oh wait, let me get my dinner.
Yeah, it does. It fucking. I hate get on the panel. The lag always just disappears.
Yep. It's just gone. Once you go.
The writer, if you do want to get up here, writer, and just mute, you're good.
Come on up.
Okay. We will protect you. I ain't getting up there. I don't want to be involved.
Brother, bitch,
You know what's really got me mostly pissed? It's so sad to see unity starting to happen and then all of a sudden this huge divide. And again, when I say huge, my community, like within my community, I mean the like the entire community, not like my Discord. Because for some reason people think we're just falling apart, which is not fucking true.
not at all. Like we're so good. The weirdest thing I've heard said all day.
And what's really sad is, it all began because of, are y'all hearing me?
I mean, ask them, not us, because it stops for us.
You're lagging, or not lagging anymore. I'm just trying my phone. Oh, okay. So anyway, what's crazy is that it all began kind of like the situation because of the situation with Madison and stuff. But here's the thing. I don't know why that happened because, okay, that's fine. I'm willing to move on from Madison. That's fine. Like, no matter how I feel, whether I believed or didn't believe what she said, it didn't matter. I was willing to move on like I have every other time. So, like, there was this whole divide. Supposedly because, we weren't caring about somebody's mental health and we were attacking Madison. It almost feels like, is somebody purposely doing this? And I wouldn't be surprised because for some reason, people love it. People love to see like shit like that happen. And it's really sad, actually. It's really sad. But one thing I do want to talk about before I go back to Boston is the shit with Quad, because I wonder if even Quad knows. Or I tried telling her, but I don't know if she listens to me. I mean, whatever. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like to eat, so. Okay. So there was a mole, in a Discord. And I thought, there was 2 people that I'm actually kind of close with that I thought could possibly be that. Before I ever thought maybe Quad, I thought 2 people that I'm pretty close to. But I realized it wasn't them. And Cherry at that time was giving me this information from Cajun Navy Gin. And I was putting all the pieces together. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, this would mean that Quad is the mole. And Cherry's like, I'm starting to think that too. So we dug. And but just like I say when it comes to everything I talk about on here, before I say something or accuse someone of something, I want to make sure that I am 100% right, because and even though I'm saying that, I do want you to know, if you're wrong, don't be embarrassed to say you're wrong. If you're wrong, it's okay. Just now you can be right. But I don't even like that. I don't even want to be wrong and then become right. I want to be right. I've always been like that my whole life. I don't like to be wrong. I ever went to Quad or anything, like I wanted to make sure. And all the information that Cherry added up to where, like, okay, it's 100% Quad. So I went to Quad kindly. Now let's back up a little bit. Let's remember when they were trying to figure out who the mole was, and they blamed Collage, one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life. Quad went straight to her and was like, you effing snake, you stupid. Like, I mean, went the fuck off, was so horrible to her. Like, oh my God, they grilled this girl for like hours, made her like show her screen, prove all this stuff. Come to find out, they ambushed her. Come to find out it wasn't her. And they were like, if I'm wrong, I'll buy you breakfast. Buy me breakfast? Like, okay, that's so sweet of you. Like, what? Like, it was one of the saddest things, okay? Yeah, I bet it did traumatize her. Well, I'm sorry, I have brain malfunction. Sometimes y'all know that. So I wasn't going to do that to Quad, okay? But Quad, if you know Quad, she gets defensive all the time about everything. So I asked her, let me tell you, I messaged Quad, and this is what I said. You've been talking to Cajun Navy Jen, so can you just be honest with me, please? That was me. I wanted to ask her, because even then, I'm like, I want to ask questions. I want to see what she says, because I want to make sure that everything's adding up, She automatically wrote me like a 14-page essay and was so offended, even though, look what she did to Quad. But as we were going through things, okay, some things started not adding up, and I'm like, wait a minute. Cherry, I thought you said this, but you forgot to tell me. I think she just skipped over it. I don't think it was malicious. Now I'm starting to wonder, but I don't think it was malicious. So, but at that time, Quad was already pissed, and she was pissed at Cherry because she thought Cherry had something to do with it. So she was going around town. So Cherry got pissed, and even though by that time I was upset kind of too, but I didn't want to be upset with Cherry, because I don't think it was on purpose that she was giving me these details that were kind of like not all the details. So I was just kind of like, oh, you're like, no. I mean, I don't think this doesn't add up now. I don't think Quad's mole. The Cherry Blossom. Okay, I don't know what her name is on. I think it's Cherry on here. So, okay, so I was like, okay, so that means that Quad's not the mole. And she's like, no, I know that Quad, like, I'm going to do what I have to do to prove, blah, blah, blah. She was pissed, okay? She hated Quad now. Like, I can't believe Quad's doing this to me. My whole Discord had no idea what was going on. Okay, so I'm like over, because it's not my Discord, but I care about Pink and Foot and Pure and all the, the people there. So I was like, so I tried helping, but at that point, done. So I backed out, and like, I had nothing to do with it. 4 weeks later, Cherry messages me, and she's like, I have the proof that Quad's the mole. I'm like, oh, you do? And she sent me a text message. I mean, a screenshot of a text message from KG Navy Jen saying that Quad was the mole. And I was like, oh, even though it's weird, the text message doesn't even really make sense because it's a little bit. It wasn't two people, it was only one person. I don't know, but it says Quad. It says literally says Quad on there. And I'm like, oh, and I really, like, y'all, I'm telling you, I was so exhausted. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I was just like, oh, well, you know, good luck with that, pretty much. And I don't say anything else. The next thing you know, oh, and even somebody messaged me and was like, I'm not going to say who, but somebody was like, I don't know what to do about the Quad situation. And I was actually kind of shocked because I'm like, damn, when y'all thought it was collage, I am the proof they had. But you just don't know what to do. But okay, whatever. But then I go into later and Pink and Quad are just the best of friends. I keep cutting out. Fuck. Do I keep cutting out for everybody? Oh, and just to prove it, because I'm sick of this shit, because Quad's all saying that I was doing this, girl, you just keep being around people that really don't give a shit about you. I'm not cutting out? Okay. Okay, so here's proof that Cherry sent me that, saying that. Let's see, where's it at? Sorry, I'm gonna get to it. What is this? I want to make sure I don't put the wrong thing in here. Oh, okay, here it is. She sent me this text message. You see? And she even says, hold on, let me make the box like this for a second. This was a whole damn month later after I messaged you and did not even give a shit about that shit anymore. And this is what Cherry sent me because she was still trying to figure out who the mole was. Oh, should I just start the YouTube, Evelyn, just in case? I was going to do that and I never did. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Yep, okay.
You're not lagging for me, Bree. You're fine.
Well, yeah, if you're in the box, it won't.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going. Okay, so I'm live on there. The StreamYard. So it's just going to look like a blurry screen, y'all. Because it's not, it's like a...
Come here. Whenever you're going to make a put a picture of, just come here.
Okay. Oh, Chloe, did you want to say something? Okay. So I am live on both right now. I know it's going to be that screen like... So, oh my God, I'm hot. Okay, so you see, she says, and you were right about the two that fed me information, I found out, but just keep it between us. What do you mean, Quad? The two people that were giving me information, which I'm confused about that because it wasn't two people, so none of this makes sense. But it's like, it was Quad. Please don't make me regret putting that in text. Oh, I guess she's going to regret it now. I knew it, but it is what it is. What does that say? I knew it, but it is what it is. I don't talk to anyone anymore, even though she does, because she was talking some days later. So who was Cherry, your bestie, Quad, not me. So you, before you come in my motherfucking DMs again, you better get your fucking story straight, sweetheart, because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't give a fuck who was the fucking mole anymore. Because I fucking worked on that shit for 3 days and around the clock, not just for 2 hours a day. I was on the phone for like 18 hours trying to help them out. So, again, before you come into my DMs, make sure you got the... You better check yourself, buddy. Because if facts aren't facts, we will call you out. Okay? Carrie, I really liked you, but I guess you're just a shit starter. I guess that's what you are, because for you was going around doing that, it's fucked up because you know I wasn't. You're the one a month later that was still trying to figure this shit out. Not me. Not me. But y'all all besties now. Yeah. Which I don't care. Y'all can be besties, but don't bring me into all fucking drama. Okay. So this proves that. Let's see what else I have to prove that. Because I'll show it fucking all.
she the one who called us diabolical?
I don't know what to think anymore. You see what I said? I don't know what to think anymore. Yep, right there with you. I guess it doesn't even matter. It's obvious C&J is playing games. And if Quad, which I believe it is, look up. I say, I just don't know what to think anymore. And what does she say in her message? Playing games. And if it is Quad, once again, and gets away with it by playing victim. The thing she said to me yesterday and made it all about herself showed me everything I needed to know. She literally called me a liar to multiple people in the chat that she never said it could be Smiley. I said, you sure you want to do this? Okay, I showed proof. And then she went backtracked and said, you took it out of context and then backtracked, blah, blah, and everyone's suspect. No, you were mad because she was questioning C&J and Under the Sea. Sin and Under the Sea. She has been DM hoping and making people doubt me. I honestly done with this whole thing. It's very stressful and I don't know who to trust anymore. C&J is covering for this person and I 100% believe it is Quad. I 100% believe it is Quad. So was it me thinking that or was it your bestie? Quad, was it me or was it your bestie? And that was also her sharing how Quad was trying to throw her own friends under the bus, her friends that have been there for her, Sin and C, trying to saying that they were spies in my Discord. But luckily, I don't just believe what people say, and I talk to them because I love and care about them. Oh, Cherry, you want to come up since you like Quad? Oh, now she wants to pop up over here. Now that I'm showing proof of something. You sat there and let Quad think that I was the one going around telling her that she's the mole when you were, Cherry. Not me. Not me. No, y'all go back to your little Discord and talk shit about me like y'all been doing. Look, you can show what I already did. I don't care. Okay, why didn't you show it the other day when Quad was blaming me, saying I was going around telling everybody she was the mole? That's fucked up. Y'all want to talk to me now? What about the last couple of days? You didn't want to talk to me then. Y'all didn't want to talk to me then. You sure as fuck didn't mind putting words in my mouth the other day, making it seem like I didn't care about Foot and Pink. How about everybody tell her what I said in my Discord yesterday? I do not want anyone speaking illy about Pink or Foot because I really care about those two and I'm really confused right now. And I hope that I eventually get to talk to them. But you were over in that Discord making it seem like I didn't give a fuck about them. But I made sure to make that very clear that no one is to speak bad about them in my Discord. You don't understand why I won't let you up because you started a lot of this shit. Why does Quad think that I was going in people's inboxes telling them to not believe that I'm telling her that she was the mole? Why does she think that, Cherry? Why don't you answer that in the chat and maybe I'll let you up? No, I didn't. You didn't what? You weren't telling people that Quad was the mole? Yes, you were. I was not telling anyone that. The only conversation we had about Quad being a mole was between me, you, and the other people. So why does Quad think I was going around telling people that? Why? Why does she think that? Because I never did that. I absolutely convinced y'all. Wow, Cherry. No, how about... No, I convinced y'all. What about when I said, no, it doesn't add up anymore because you kept on giving me details without all the details? How about that, Cherry? Let's tell the real truth. I convinced y'all. Look, y'all, I put a pew-pew to their head and convinced them.
I don't believe it.
Can you, really? That's a lie? Wait, that's a lie? Oh, you're going to make me break this all down, huh? Okay, y'all, let's start from the beginning. So I'm going to tell y'all the red flags of why I ended up thinking it was Quad. I thought it was one of my own friends. Until I got more details. I never even said Quad until multiple things made me think that. And this is one of them. Let's start from the top. So it was told that Planty told Cajun Navy Jen that Skip would be the better person to have a conversation with Quad. And I thought it was so weird that Skip would be involved with this, that Skip would be thrown into this. So I was like, that's weird. So that made me think of Quad as well. But then you told me, Cherry, you said this. You said that she was freaking out. You said she was freaking out about getting on a phone call with me. The phone call was going to be between you, Quad, like Cherry, Quad, and Cajun Navy Jen. And you said when you suggested that, Quad freaked out. And I asked you, I said, well, did she say anything about like her not wanting her phone number? And you were like, no, I even told her, like, if you're worried about that, blah, blah. And you said, she told me, I'm just going to talk to Skip. And so that's the reason you went and told Cajun Navy Jen that you would have a phone call. But we found out later when Quad sent me proof, she did say that she was worried about her having her phone number. So that red flag was no longer a red flag. That was your mistake. I didn't get upset with you because I don't think it was malicious, but that was your mistake. Okay? Next red flag. Okay? You said that you asked Cajun Navy Jen, did you talk to Quad? And she said no. But then I had proof that she did talk to Quad. But the mix up there was, the reason she said no is because she was talking about, no, I haven't talked to Quad, meaning like since we said we were going to have a phone call. You see what I mean? So that other red flag was no longer a red flag because when you said, oh my God, she said she never talked to Quad, but you had proof that she talked to Quad. I'm like, oh shit. And again, that wasn't even your fault. It was like, I thought the same exact thing when she said, no, she didn't talk to Quad. We weren't thinking, oh, she's talking about the phone call. So all these things, when I was talking to Quad and asking her questions, were falling apart. And I was even like, wait, Pink, I thought this, I thought that. And you can even ask the people that I'm close to, like, well, Ray's one of them that I talked to. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I know Cherry didn't mean to like not give all the details, but I'm really frustrated because my friends know, a lot of people know I hate to be wrong. Okay. So I was like, oh, fucking great. So now I'm already asking Quad these questions, but all these details were left out. Also, not I, but one of y'all put into the chat, Quad, right when you came into the Discord and was like, we have a mole and showed the screenshots, Quad was the first one to message saying, well, it ain't me because I can't stand her. And you and I'm not going to name any other people, were like, well, that's suspicious. So it was me that convinced y'all. Yeah, I convinced y'all based off of your quote unquote facts that ended up being not really facts. And again, I don't think you maliciously did that. I think you just left out details that would have been really helpful though. No, Quad and Boston aren't the same people. So Cherry, don't come in here lying and making it like, I literally said that I don't think Quad is the mole anymore. I was like, I really don't know what to think. I mean, it doesn't, like, these things don't add up anymore. So I can't say that she is or she isn't. But you at that point was so pissed off that you were going around telling everybody, you were like, I know that she's this. I know that she's the mole. You were doing that, not me. Not me. I wonder if I can find it in my chat with Ray, because she was like, because I only talked to my maybe 3 people about the situation. I never went to my whole Discord. And they were like, so Quad's the mole? And I'm like, no, I really don't think she is anymore. I can find that message right the fuck now. So don't come in here trying to lie on me. Because you know what? At the end of it, and this is what I always thought, I'm finally going to say how I really feel. You know, none of this shit would have happened if you wouldn't have been talking about your friend in someone's Discord. You ever thought of that, Cherry? You were friends with Cajun Navy Jen. If you wouldn't have been talking behind your friend's back in another Discord, well, nobody would have went and told her you were. And I kind of hate that Pink and everybody else had to go through all this shit because you decided to still stay friends with somebody and also talk shit about them at the same fucking time. And I've always felt that way, but I just kind of kept it to myself because, you know, I respected Pink. But at the end of the day, I mean, think about it. Why, like, you being besties with this girl, but then talking about her. So that, if anything, you should learn. The lesson in all of this is don't talk about your friends behind their, don't say shit, not even just friends. Do not say behind somebody's back what you wouldn't want them to hear to their face. Because I will proudly say anything I say behind someone's back. Because really, it ain't me saying it behind their back. It's me just talking. And if they were right there, I would say it also. I'm going to say anything privately that I would say publicly about somebody. Because at the end of the day, even though I'm not a fan of Cajun Navy Jen, she had every right to be upset with someone that she thinks is her friend talking about her. Let's be real. Let's be real, okay? Let's get really real here. I'm a bully. Goodbye. Why am I a bully? Because I'm defending myself because people are lying. Bye. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Oh, wait, let me put a pony.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Quad is under the impression that you called her a mole twice. Can you address that? Or
Yeah, I'll address that, but let me do
okay.
this again. Okay, so I'm going to address that. Okay. So here's the thing. Quad is so quick to be so upset when somebody, suspects her of something, but whether she apologized or not, does she forget that she accused, not asked questions, she accused, not thought she could be, she accused, okay? Collage of being the mole and went the fuck off on her and freaking, they ambushed her and interrogated her. The question. No, that's not what I did. The first time I thought there was a mole and Allie asked me, and she came to me and was like, who do you think is behind this? I said, to be honest, I was like, I really think this has to do with Quad because, and I never said she was the mole because she wasn't in my Discord. You can't be the mole if you're not in my fucking Discord. I said, the reason I think Quad has some screenshot, it was only a screenshot about Allie and it was sent to Skip, which is Quad's friend now. And Quad is the one who cannot stand Allie, most of all people. So it was kind of weird that this thing about Allie gets sent to Skip. And that's the only thing. The only thing of my whole entire Discord until I started asking for other things and Skip got them and we figured out who the was, which was Tasha. But I don't know. I still don't know if he was involved with that Quad, to be honest, because it doesn't make any sense. Why would Tasha only send a screenshot? Allie, the one in the comments, Alyssa, why would Tasha go and only send a screenshot about Allie to Skip, who's friends with Quad? That doesn't make any sense. And Tasha told me the only time I talked to Tasha after this, because once I found out who her fake account was and she knew I found out, she wouldn't talk to me after that. She told me that someone who really cannot stand Allie asked her to do that. And she just wouldn't, she couldn't tell me who. So I don't know who was involved, but I never called you a mole. I said that I think maybe this has to do with Quad. I'm not just like you accused Collage. I was trying to figure out things and was working things out in my head and asking questions. Okay? The second time, when I just explained with Cherry and Pink, I came to you and was so Asian Navy Jen, I really need you to be honest with me about something. And then you came back and was like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Oh my God. Like, y'all should have asked. That wasn't me accusing you. That was me wanting to ask questions. And guess what, Quad? Guess what I did? You finally was talking to me. I asked questions. And what did I figure out? I figured out, you know what? I don't think she might not be the mole. I don't think she's the mole. Yeah, that's how I was able to determine. The only way you could determine something is by asking questions. So I didn't just come to you and say, you're the fucking mole. I didn't do that. I asked questions, which is what helped me realize that some of the details that were given to me weren't necessarily all the details. So you actually most probably aren't the mole, which is what I said. The only one that was still trying to pin that on you is Cherry. Pinning on you, and she's coming up in my comments saying, you convinced us that it was Quad. I cannot, what is up with you grown-ass adults not being grown-ass adults? Like, let me tell you, nobody's going to convince me of anything. I'm going to see the facts and decide for my motherfucking self. You want to know why? Because I'm a grown-ass motherfucking woman. That's why. If somebody came up in here and was like, Sheena's a mole, and like, nobody's going to convince me that Sheena's a mole. The only way you're going to fucking convince me, though, okay? The only way you're going to convince me is by showing me facts that she's a mole. So, I'm sorry, Cherry. I convinced you, Cherry. How did I convince you? What did I give you that made you believe 100% certainty that she was the mole? At the time that we actually did think she was the mole, the only thing that gave us that certainty was the shit that you messed it up. Maybe not on purpose. Well, what I don't get is Skip got mad about a mole, but she had a mole in my Discord. Somebody sent her shit from my Discord. Like, I don't know. Is Cherry still in here? I don't know. But and I even showed this. Cherry wants to say, like, I'm lying. No, don't worry about my craft room. It's a mess. So, like, how even say, I just don't know what to think anymore. Yep, I'm right there with you. But then she sends, I guess it doesn't even matter. It's obvious C&J is playing games. And if it is quad, which I believe it is, once again, and gets away with it by playing victim. Who was it? Yeah, Cherry sees. Who was the one that was still believing it? And look at what it says at the bottom. C&J is covering for this person, and it is 100. I 100% believe it is quad. I 100% believe it is quad. I 100% believe it is quad. I'm sorry, Cherry. What? You weren't convinced by me. You were mad because Quad was going around telling everybody that you were the mole. So you got mad and was like, and I will bring Cajun Navy Jen up in this live right now because you were calling her, even saying, they're blaming me for being the mole. Quad's somebody the mole. I need to know who it is, Jen. I need to know who it is so they can stop blaming me. I'll get that girl in here right now to say you said that because I'm sure she wouldn't mind since you're sharing her text messages that you told her you weren't going to share. Once again, not being a good friend to your friend. So don't come up in here calling me a liar, girl, because I got the receipts. Okay? I cannot stand this shit. We have been creating so much unity throughout this community, and then here y'all go, wanting to be messy as fuck, not covering your tracks, and then wanting to come back and blame it on me. I don't fucking think so. I do not motherfucking think so. Because I don't care if I like a person or not. If it don't add up, and it wasn't adding up anymore that it was quad, I'm going to say it ain't quad. And that's exactly, at the end of it, what I believed. I was like, oh. And then you, a whole month later, was still doing this shit. And that's when you sent me this from Cajun Jen saying that it was quad. And what did you say? I knew it, but it is what it is. I knew it, but it is what it is. Who was the one still saying quad was the mole? You, not me. You. So don't come up in here. You see how's a grown-ass woman come and make it? You convinced me. You convinced me. What? You're a grown-ass woman, girl. Get out of here. Like, that's not okay. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not about to squad because you were mad. I mean, you were so mad at her that you was sharing private messages between y'all to people, and you were trying to convince me that Quad had spies that were her good friends in my Discord. You were so mad at her that you were even telling that information, and which might have potentially ruined their friendship. Quad really cared about those friendships. Who she's mad at about it? Probably me. She should be mad at you because you're the one that went around and saying that. You see what the common denominator here? Who's the only one who's talking behind their friends' backs? You, Cherry. Not me. You ain't gonna catch me doing that. And y'all best buddies now. Which I don't care. Y'all could be best buddies. But Quad, you get these feelings towards the wrong people. You are paranoid about the wrong people. It is sauce, in my opinion. That is sauce. It makes me wonder, did they all set this up? I swear, y'all, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I was about to go buy a fucking roll of freaking tin foil last night, okay? Aluminum foil. I was about to put that shit on my head and call it a day because this don't make no sense. Because, y'all, doesn't this text message not even make any sense? Look. And you were right about the two that fed me the information I found out. Please just keep that between us. What do you mean, Quad? What do you mean, the two? The two people that were giving me information, there wasn't two people. It was just one. So, and it was quad. Yes. I even asked her, I was like, two people. And she's like, yeah, I was wondering that too, but maybe she means because, they messaged her on TikTok and one person. That's still only one person. Like, if somebody messaged me on TikTok and Facebook, there was one person, I'm not going to be like, you were right about the two people. They're not two people. That's one person. I know. I would like to know if this screenshot is real too, because it almost seems like, because look, at this time, let me tell y'all, I'm going to just tell it all. At this time in the Discord, Quad was all over the Discord, but Cherry was only in one section of the Discord and Cherry even told me I'm about to just leave I think she did end up leaving the Discord. She's like, because, I don't know. They don't think it was Quad. Even though she got this proof, it's not Quad, it's somebody else. None of it makes sense. But Cherry told me, she's like, I feel like, so I feel like it is possible that, let me put on my tent, my foil hat, y'all. It is possible that she was like, I need you to do this, okay? I need you to do this so I can prove to Pink that Quad's the mole. That way I can be back with all my friends. And I think she did this. I think Pink still isn't certain. And then so she decided to just say, I'm willing to just let it go, and became buddies with her. Conspiracy theory. I'm not saying that's true at all, but I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. But what you're not going to do is come blame me for something you would still believe in a month later when I wasn't even thinking about it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It is complete bullshit. And none of this would have happened if I wouldn't have been lied on. Take a seat. Please take a seat. I love this picture. I don't care if they're streaming me. Maybe they need to know the truth. Oh, let's go back to Boston for a second. Cherry, you can go explain to Quad why you were lying, not me. You're not welcome up here. Just like I got kicked from a space because you were in there twisting all, making it seem like I didn't give a fuck about those people. Go back to those people, okay? So now Boston, Miss, she left from over here because, she just asked me to be a better friend, and I couldn't be that. So some of y'all already heard this, but let's repeat it. Boston idea of me being a better friend would be me not giving a fuck about any of my followers and putting her before, which they are my friends, just like she was a follower. She's a follower of mine and my friend. And putting her before everyone, like I showed y'all a little while ago, like this message that she, sent me. What set me off was Sarah. Well, let me give you the background information again. Boston made a picture of the, of the FBI. It was like me and and Crystal and Aubrey and all those, that comes on the panel, and Sarah was like, and she might have been joking. Sarah was probably like, hey, I should be in that picture. Why I'm not in that picture? And Boston was very mean. She wrote in the comments for everyone to see. She was like, you'll never be in this picture, or why should you be in this picture? Who are you? Whatever. It was something mean like that, belittling. And I got upset with Boston, so she wrote me this. Well, what set me off was Sarah saying she should have been in our group picture. These women need to understand that you have a close friendship with a small group of us. And that was her saying that, not me. What do you mean I have a close friendship with a large group of people? What do you mean? Boston always was trying to dictate who I was close friends with, because she doesn't like big groups of friends. That's what she said. I like small groups. I don't even the small group was too big for her. Well, I'm used to having only one best friend. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyways, I had no idea that you hold all of your followers in the same regard. I'm sorry if I feel closer to you and the other people in the picture than I do the whole community. I guess I just don't understand why it's not okay to have your friends, in quotes, and your friends. So y'all in the, in the chat are my friends with quotes, and she and, Planting out, they're my friends. But that's not how I feel. That's not how I feel, Boston. But that was never okay with you. So me being a better friend would have meant me treating y'all like less than her. Talking to her more than I talk to y'all. Validating her more than I validate y'all. Saying hello to her, but not saying hello to y'all. Talking to her at every given fucking moment, y'all. That's what Boston wanted from me, and I wasn't able to give that to her because that's not how I felt. We're peasants. Yeah, y'all are peasants. And actually, I got mad at Boston one day because we was on a live, and they were talking about HQ or whatever, and she was like, y'all don't worry about us, and go in your little chat that Aubrey made you. Meaning like the channels in the Discord, you know? And I was like, no, that is not. And like, y'all, I like crashed out. I was pissed. I was like, and I came back on. I like cut the live. I turned the live off, but then I came right back on, and I was like, let y'all know that I do not feel that way, and it's not okay. It's not okay for someone to tell y'all that. Like, and if anybody feels like y'all have to go speak somewhere without, like, I hope y'all know that I don't feel that way. I was so fucking livid that she said that. And me and Boston always had fights about that. Like, I'm your sister. I'm like, you know, it's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Let's see. She told me, I want you all to myself. She wanted me all to herself. So you know how she said, and I want to say in Key's live the other day, maybe it was Casey Mays actually. It's Casey Mays live. She said, yeah, I asked for her to be a better friend, but that was too much for her. Yeah, she wanted me all to herself. That is too much to ask from me. You're right. That's too much to ask from me, in my opinion. Because I'm not like your wife. And even if I was, like, even Scott, like, I don't just give him all my attention, you know? But she even told me, she's like, I know that sounds crazy, but it's just how I feel. You're my number one of all the girls, and I just feel like I'm not yours. And you know what I wrote back to her? I'm sorry, but no one's my number one. I love you all the same. And then she used to get upset when I had my niece and nephew over. Literally, like, you have them again?
Yeah.
You haven't, like... And then after I had them about 4 times in a row, like meaning like 4 weeks in a row, like once a week, not like every day, she was like, God, I feel like you always have them now. Like, what? That brought me so much joy that I finally had them sleeping over once a week. And for her to say that, I should have right then and there been like, okay, like this, I'm done. Boston was doing this. Boston, the one that said that all she wanted from me was to be a better friend, but I couldn't do that. Oh my God, Fox, I'm weird as fuck, but I wouldn't do that. We're all weird in our own ways. It wasn't about being weird. It was about being territorial, and it was about being like, it wasn't, to me, it went beyond jealousy. It was obsession. Just like she's telling people that she's in therapy because of me. No, you're in therapy because you have psychotic expectations of someone. And I wouldn't have even brought up that you're really in therapy if you even are. But you're the one saying that. You're the one going around saying that you're in therapy because of me. No, you're in therapy because of you. I hope you need to be going for yourself because it's important that you that you go for yourself. And then she even told me in the text message that she shared in Skip's Discord, she told me, you know, that she's not in therapy. She's in therapy to get over me, not because of me. There's a difference. I was like, what? No, well, all of it's wrong. You shouldn't even be in therapy for that. You should be in therapy not to get over. You should be in therapy because your expectations of people, of me, or it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal that if I don't heart the video that you sent me, that means I'm ignoring you. People send me videos all the time. I don't always react to it. I'll go look at the video. That's what I do. I go look at the video. But if I don't react to the video she sent me, that means I never got her message, and that means I don't care about her. She would message me on Discord and in a text message, and I would answer on Discord, but not in a text message, and it meant that I was ignoring her. Like, I would be on an 8-hour phone call with her with 2 other people, and then she would get mad at me if I answered the phone, if I was on the phone with someone else, because, God, you never talk to just me on the phone by myself. I was just on the phone with you for 8 hours. What do you mean? It was never enough, though. It was never enough. But she's going around making it seem like I'm just this awful fucking friend. She's going around sharing text messages between us. She's like, who's the bigger asshole? Sweetheart, if they knew the background is important. And the reason I messaged her, who's the big asshole? Yeah, I was mad. She was trying to get to me by fucking writing. She made a post. Let me show you what post she made. She made this post. Say what you want, show what you want. I don't care. Anyone knows TMZ's hotline? You know, she was in a private chat where Gypsy shared her baby's pictures and shit. And when I asked her why the fuck, I was like, what are you going to do? I was like, Gypsy has nothing to do with this. And I was like, so what you going to call TMZ for? Because of Gypsy? What does she have to do with this? And she said, I won't, but it scares you to think I will, huh? That's what was her response to me. I won't, but it scares you to think I will, huh? Like, you want me to have anxiety over you sharing someone's baby's pictures to TMZ? Is that, like, what?
Yeah, that's no.
Like, you want me to be scared, have anxiety about that? You want Gypsy to have anxiety about that? That's fucking weird. Because even though you're not really going to do it, it makes you scared to think I will, though, huh? And she put a little kissy face. Like, what? Boston, you're the problem here. The friendship that we had is over because of you, not because of me. It's because of you. It's because you treated me like I was your girlfriend rather than your friend. And I don't know about you, but adults, when you become an adult, like, I have best friends that I do not. We go weeks without speaking to each other. Girl, I spoke to you every single day, even if it was in a group call. I spoke to you every motherfucking day. I don't even speak to my mom every single day. Which is why, and I don't even have to show all our messages. Me reading what I'm about to read to y'all will give y'all a gist of what happened with our friendship. And since it was nobody's business, but since she wants to make it people's business, we can do that. My TikTok channel is, I'm on Not Blocked by Brie. I'm telling somebody that on YouTube. Hopefully you can still see me on YouTube because I'm trying to find my, okay. Oops, hold on. I'm going to read y'all the last message I ever sent Boston on Discord. So y'all will get a very clear understanding of what the fuck I dealt with for nearly a year. For a year. A year. I dealt with this shit. And I fucking validated this. And I fucking validated this girl every fucking day. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, God, I am so hot in this house. All right. Let me, okay, so Boston, she deleted Boston, but then my landlord died and she couldn't wait, you know. I wasn't allowed to grieve for even a day. She got upset because I didn't call her yet. And I was on a phone call with all my, you know, followers, quote unquote, you know, that aren't my friends. They're just my followers. And she's like, go care. I guess you care more about your whatever. Extreme, I don't care. Good. I'm glad they're streaming me so they can realize that the fucking crazy person and bad friend to her. I neglect my own fucking family sometimes for people here. But basically one of the last things she told me was that you don't talk to me. She said I don't talk to her. So this is what I wrote back, and I was just, when she said that, I was just so, but you'll learn why I'm so mad in the message. I said, I don't talk to you. You're so fucking full of shit. I haven't talked to you since you got pissed at me for making peace with someone and being their friend. And then when I was going to call you, you decided to message me paragraphs explaining how something I made you do was not because of your own actions. It's always something else or someone else. The fact that you don't think I talk to you is in fucking insane. I talk to Danny once every 2 weeks, and she would never treat me like this. And the reason I brought up Danny is because she used to get upset, like if she heard, oh my God, she's talking to Danny. She never talks to me, y'all. I talk to Danny like twice a month on the phone, maybe. And she said, oh, and this next part is because the message, like I said, the messages, she deleted her messages because, of course, they're crazy. But just so you can understand this next part, she said that I'm not even bothered that I haven't talked to her. Like, it was almost like, you know how when somebody, because she told me don't even mess. I was fucking pissed. Anyway, and you know, like, it's like your boyfriend does this to you, or a girl does this to a guy, where you like, don't fucking mess with me. And then when you don't, they're like, whole like, you know, whole back, you know, where they're trying to see, like trying to get you to chase them. That's how it always was. Like, she would tell people this. She would be like, I'm just waiting for, I'm waiting for Bree to see if Bree's gonna call me. Even though she told me not to. She's waiting to see if I'm going to. Yeah, reverse psychology, exactly. So that's what this next part came from. Hold on. Boston, I'm too busy being bothered that you do this fucking shit to me every 2 weeks. Maybe that's why I'm not able to be bothered with anything else when it comes to you. Because for the past 6+ months, which now looking back at my phone, it's actually been 9+ months, you have treated me like I am a piece of fucking... You expect me to be on a group call with you for 6 hours, shit friend, and I'm not. You expect me to be on a group call with you for 6 hours and then to talk to you privately all the time. I don't even spend time with my own fucking family. Do you not fucking understand that? Do you? Even when I get... Oops, I just blew this up on accident.
Can I just jump in for a second?
Yeah.
So I saw again now that this is all because of Boston getting on Key's panel. So you might want to start showing some dates because this has been going on for months.
Oh, no. Like, y'all, I wasn't friends with her anymore when she got on Key's panel. Look, this is when I sent her this. Watch. This is July 12th. She was on Key. Like, that was a...
I remember there was times that I was out and, I'm not muted. God almighty.
So yeah, this has nothing like on Key's panel. I'll tell y'all actually the one thing that upset me about her being on Key's panel, it had nothing to do with her actually being on there. But let me finish reading this first. Okay. Even when I used to get my nephew and niece, you would be like, oh my God, you have them again tonight? How the fuck do you get bothered by me spending time with my fucking nephew and niece? So how fucking dare you tell me I don't talk to you? We would literally spend hours on the phone together every fucking day, Boston. I'm not getting on a private phone call after I've been on a group call all fucking day. You don't give a fuck about how I feel because if you did, you wouldn't do this. The voice message, now let me explain that. I sent her a voice message that she claims was so mean, and it was actually me being like, because she was complaining about Ray, even though Ray never did nothing to her ever, but yet she was telling Ray everything was fine, and I'm like, you're over here fighting with me over Ray, but yet you're telling her it's all rainbows and unicorns. Like, why the fuck are you doing this to me? So that's the reason I sent her a message, and I wasn't mean. I was like, Boston, what you're not understanding is that you're telling me this, but not her. That's how I was talking. I was fucking frustrated because she's in my DMs, like, mad over, Ray saying chop liver, which it's fucking stupid. So anyways, the voice message, you're fucking delusional. That voice message was me frustrated because you were complaining to me about Ray rather than complaining to her. If you think that voicemail is bad, you're fucking nuts. So I don't know what you mean by I told you how you feel plenty from that voice message. Because she's saying that, like, you never listen to how I feel. She's like, oh, I know exactly how you feel from that voice message. It didn't even make any sense. Because the voice message was about Ray. And her complaining about Ray to me, but not to her. Anyways, you see how this is like a relationship, y'all. This is ridiculous, right? We're grown women. It's so crazy. Anyways, sorry, everything's okay. I just lost someone yesterday that was very, very important to me, and you're in my inbox bitching about me not talking to you every fucking day of my life. That would be me. That would be because she said that would be Brianna. No, fuck you, boss, and that would be you because you are the one who doesn't know how to listen. I listen to you. I listened to you when you would bitch and complain about me not saying hello to you in my live, since you know you're the most important person in the entire live. And even if I'm in the middle of a sentence, I must stop and say hello to Boston. Guess what, though? I listened to you, and I started doing that, and I did. I would have anxiety. Like, I would literally constantly have to look down to see if Boston was joining, because I know if I didn't say hello to her, she was going to be mad at me, okay? But guess what? I listened to you, and I started doing that. You said I never watched your videos, so I started watching them and liking them, but that wasn't good enough because you still would say I never did. So y'all, if you know how you can see the people, I didn't even know this until after. You know how you can see if people viewed your video? So sometimes, like, if I'm looking at it, sometimes I don't even think about it. I won't like it. It's not on purpose. If I viewed one of her videos and didn't like it, she would be pissed. Like, oh, no, I know that you looked at it and you didn't even like it. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't, like, and a lot of times it was probably because maybe I was showing some of her funny videos on live and I was just showing them and not, like, thinking because I'm showing the video and so I don't like it. And so, but it's still ridiculous. I know that, yeah, no, it does sound like that, right? Well, she was. She said, and maybe not in that way, but, okay, anyways, it's her live and, I started watching them and liking them, but that wasn't good enough because you still would say I never did. When you're live, I always go in your box, even, your box if I'm in there. I told you once how it started hurting me because nobody ever wants to come in my box anymore, and this was a while back. And I never complained about shit like that, but so one time I'm like, and the reason I brought it up, and I was like, girl, you're complaining, but when you would go live, people always come in your box. There's times where I'm like, anybody want to come up? Anybody want to come up? I was like, and nobody comes up in my box sometimes. I was like, but you're over here bitching at me about that? So I brought that up to her. I was like, I even told you about that, and guess what? You never started coming, you didn't start coming in my box. You didn't like how I used to use you as an example. Oh, let me tell you all this, okay? So I used to use Boston as an example because, you know, everybody's like, you can't even get along with people from the other side. You can't have a conversation with them. And I'm like, I used to hate, Boston used to be on the other side, okay? And before she eventually we became friends, and then eventually she changed her mind, whatever. I was like, I used to hate this chick, and now I fucking love her. One day, she needs to tell me something because she hates when I do that. It really hurts her feelings that people, how she used to hate me. But I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry that I didn't know you felt that way. So the next time I did that, I used Beth as an example, which, fuck Beth. But I was like, you know, Beth used to be Brie without the facts. I used to hate this girl, and now look at her. I love her. And y'all, you will not fucking believe what she did on that motherfucking live. She's like, oh, what about me? That was like me too. I'm like, y'all, when I was on that live, I wanted to scream. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? 2 weeks ago, you were crying on the phone that I do that to you. And now I choose a different person, and you're like, what about me? That's like me too. I'm like, what? Huh? What? So anyways, that's what this next part, just to explain that. It's wild, y'all. Okay, where's it at? You didn't like how I used you as an example for people that used to be on the other side that I now love so much. I stopped doing that, and guess what? I used Beth as an example once, and you were like, what about me? That was like me too. Nothing I ever did was ever fucking good enough for you. So fuck you. You never listened to me. Because listening to me would have meant that you would have stopped making stupid fucking comments like, Bree never listens to me. Bree never calls me. Oh, Bree's on the phone with someone. She never answers for me. You listening to me would have been giving me a fucking break if I'm streaming my phone in Discord so I don't see you come in, you know, since I'm showing my screen and I can't see the chat. But no, you couldn't even do that because I'm supposed to be fucking psychic. Because, yeah, she would also leave a voice call in Discord if I didn't say hello to her when I was showing my screen and couldn't see people coming in. Yep. She would literally leave the call. And then I would notice, so I would say, hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. I would go and message her, what's wrong? Nothing. She was like, oh, nothing. Didn't seem like it didn't seem like you wanted me there or something like that. I'm like, girl, I'm showing my screen. I didn't know that you came in. Yeah. Yeah, y'all hear that over there streaming? That's what I dealt with every fucking day of my life. I'm supposed to know when Boston enters my presence because you are the only fucking person who demands I acknowledge your damn presence. No one else does that to me. No one but you. So don't fucking say I never listened to you because I did. But you, Boston, you never listened to me. I am a grown fucking woman with a husband, with a family, and with a community of people that I also care about. You're not the only person who fucking exists in my life. All I said was I needed a minute yesterday because you quite literally sent me paragraphs explaining one. And then you started this fucking bullshit again. And then yesterday I found out that I lost someone very special to me, so I didn't call you. I'm definitely not going to fucking call you because how fucking dare you be so damn selfish? You are not the only friend. You are not my only friend. You are the only one who has expectations of me that I will never be able to reach because that would include me pushing away from everyone else in my life and only is what you want. And I cannot give that to you. I cannot even believe you sent me these messages today. I don't think you realize that no one in my entire life has ever done this to me. If you would have been anyone else, our friendship would have been over a long time ago, but I cared about you and I loved you, but you couldn't appreciate me for what I was able to give to you. It was never enough for you. You assume I give others my attention that you want from the attention that you want from me, and I don't. I don't talk to anyone more than I talk to you, other than this last week, because I'm sorry, but I'm allowed to take time away from someone who treated me like fucking shit, went to another live and spoke about me. I'm allowed that time. But before that, I never spoke to anyone less or more than I speak to you. You can assume all the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. I spoke to you more than I speak to my own mother. I spoke to you more than I speak to my own family in general. I gave you more of my time than I give my own niece and nephew. So fuck you, you selfish bitch. Fuck you for complaining about me not giving you more attention when I neglect my own fucking family most of the time to be here. Today was the last day you will ever get to try to make me feel like shit for not stretching myself thinner for you. You know who I really feel bad for, though? The people that have given you more of their time than I'm able to. Like Crystal, for example. You would think you would want her to be your number one because she was always like, you're my number one. I wish I was your number one. Like, yeah, that shit like that. You would think you would want her to be your number one. She has always been there for you. It's so fucking sad for you to sit there and say how I'm the most important person to you and I'm your number one of all the girls. Yet Crystal has been such a fucking good friend to you and is always there for you. What is she, chopped liver? It's an inside joke. If you know it, you know it. Oh, actually, one more thing. Scott is not a loser and he has never been a loser, but thanks for speaking so highly about someone I love because I found out that she said that about my husband months ago when we were, sisters. So yeah, that without even showing our private messages, just from my last message that I sent her, can y'all tell what I went through for 9 plus months, just from that message alone? You probably can. Like, that's what I went through. Oh, y'all not able to hear me on YouTube or something? Oh, crap, you are right, okay. Forgot that. Oh. Like, and y'all, that's without even showing y'all messages. That's just the last message that I sent her. But it was this part right here, y'all, that I will let this part that I sent her. Today was the last day you will ever get to try to make me feel like shit for not stretching myself thinner for you. Because she made me feel like shit every single fucking day because I didn't stretch myself thinner for her. I would have broken if I stretched myself any thinner than I already do. Like, and that was the last day she made me feel guilty. So you can, Boston, you can go around telling people you just wanted me to be a better friend. Because one thing I will never do, like that fucking message said, is ever feel like shit again for not. So y'all can believe what the fuck y'all want. I bet you one thing, Boston would never I bet y'all what Boston will never share is our messages from over the last 9 months. Because y'all would think that she needs very intense therapy. Hey. Oh, I'll have food.
Here's your salmon, bro.
Huh?
Jimmy made your salmon. It was free.
Oh, so sweet.
I got some. Where's the dog at?
In the room.
There's my favorite dog. You fed him?
Thank you very
Hi, how are you?
much.
How you
Thank
feeling?
you very good.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Sure you're good? You sure
Yeah.
you're feeling good?
I love you.
Like I said, I don't feel good.
You don't feel good? Oh.
No, freaking feel good, bro. I got a headache.
So,
Where's the other dog at? Come here, Jack. Come here, Jack.
oh, I got you a drink. It's in the fridge.
Hey. Hi.
When I tell y'all, like the things she would tell me. One second. Let's see.
How excited they are. It's so
What?
cute.
I know. Let's see. Look, this message. You're the first one over here I fell in love with, so that's why you mean so much to me. She fell in love with me. Can she please fall in love with someone else?
Stop. Okay, I just want to see your eye real quick. I just want to see your eye real quick. It's very watery. It's very watery.
I'm gonna keep sharing private messages, Boston. Did you read the message I sent you at 11:08 the other night? I wondered because you didn't respond at all. It kind of stung, to be honest. Because I didn't, write her back.
She's somewhere showing more messages?
No, what I'm saying is she should. No, what do you mean? Jeanette told
No,
you she shared our text messages.
I need milk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Also, she was working that night a lot. Yo, my live could be 11 hours long, and guess what? She watched it. She watched every single live replay I'm on. I'm like, I don't know if y'all were here that night, but there was a night where Scott, what are you doing?
Sorry.
There was a night where me, Aubrey, and Ray was on panel, like looking at Instagram, like going like, wow, oh wow. Remember that? I don't know if y'all remember that. The whole live. She watched us do that all night. She watched it, analyzed it, picked it apart, watched who I gave attention to the most, who I gave attention to the least, who I did this to, like, and I'm not joking, because she would share this with other people. She got mad because you remember my little birthday hat that I made for Aubrey?
Drink some of your water.
It's for you too.
That's me. I got that over.
Babe, the one time I'll buy you Fanta. And she got mad because I sung Happy Birthday to Aubrey. Also,
I like how smart water. I'm full smart.
Boston. Also, one time somebody had a conversation somebody wanted to talk to me and Aubrey about something, and Aubrey, because she's on a different time, wasn't able to make the conversation. So I talked to the person, and then Aubrey's like, hey, did you ever talk to that person? I was like, yeah. I was like, you can go ahead and give me a call and I'll tell you what she said. So like maybe 20 minutes. And my niece was here and my nephew, and she was running up and down. So the next day I was on live talking about my niece and nephew. And I was like, and I was talking about Nana. I was like, shit, ex Aubrey. She was when I was on the phone last night with her, she heard her. And as soon as I said that, Boston dropped from the panel. She was mad because I was on the phone with Aubrey the night before. Yeah. She was mad because I was on the phone by myself with Aubrey the night before. Yeah. She was mad that Ray sent me a gift. She was mad about that. Oh, I changed my chair. Oh, yeah. When I said that she was selfish, for complaining about me having my niece and nephew over, you want to know what she put as her status on Discord? I'm selfish, and she put a chair emoji. You want to know why she did it? Because she bought me a chair in December. So she's not selfish because she bought me a chair. She literally put, I'm selfish, ? And put a chair emoji. Yeah, you're still selfish because you complained that my niece and nephew was sleeping over. But she loves to throw that chair in my face. I have no problems with Ray, even though she did. I have no problems with Ray, LOL. Other than I feel like you like her better. She's more useful. She makes videos. She's literally where you always are. She's actually the sweetest one to me. Y'all hear her saying that she's the sweetest one to me, but yet she treated Ray like shit. She threatened to like drag her on the cement. Oh, like, but y'all hear it? You heard it first here. She's sweet. She sees when I need a hug and stuff. No, I got nothing personal against her. I feel useless next to her, Aubrey Crystal. I don't talk much because when I try, I get talked over, I get upset. Better just not talk. I feel utterly useless, Brie. This is what she would do when I would call her out for being toxic and being weird and stuff. She would make me feel like bad for her, and I would validate her constantly. You see, Brie, this is her admitting that it's her problems, even though the next day she would act like it's me again. Brie, I guess that's what it boils down to. It's my issue. I wish you could fix me too. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get jealous. I have no reason to. Huh? You have no reason to, huh? I feel like I'm just a clinger lately. You are. I don't know why. I have no reason. I want you out of myself, or at least like you used to be. That's something stupid to say, I know. I can't help how I feel. Maybe I need therapy. Oops. So yeah. So you're going around saying that I was not a good friend to you? That's not true. And you know it's not fucking true. I just wasn't, I was it was never enough for you. It was just constant. And this would be my apology to her though. I'm sorry for how upset I got with you. Because I got upset with her about this shit. But all this shit started because of the chopped liver thing. And I don't understand why you make comments like that. I don't understand why no matter what I do, you feel like I'm not meeting your expectations as a friend. And the shit with Ray, it bothered me because I knew that it was a joke. And it's one thing for you to say, I don't like that she said that. It's another thing for you to basically demand that I admit that she was taunting you. And it wasn't a joke. I know it was a joke. I know she was just messing with you. And it sucks that you always feel like people are doing that to you. I hate that. I hate that you feel that way. We're your friends. We're supposed to be able to joke around with each other. But my frustration mostly came from the fact that the root of this in the comments, you're always, the comments you're always making at me, like, what am I, chopped liver? And you said I treat you like you're just a part of the gang. And maybe that's my fault because I've always tried to treat you, okay, right here. And you said I treat you like I'm just a part of the gang. Like, I was supposed to treat her better. You see? I was supposed to treat her more important than that. Well, thanks, Fox. And you said I treat you like you're just a part of the gang. And maybe that's my fault because I've always tried to treat you all like you're a part of my friend circle, my inner circle. I don't treat one of you better than the other. I don't want to treat any of you better than the other. I don't like getting frustrated with you. I really don't. But I just feel like you always express this to me and I take it and I try to be a little bit better. Make sure I notice you in a live. Make sure I check my messages more. I try. And sometimes I feel like I just don't know what more I can do. But at the same time, you, on the other hand, no matter how many times I validate you, no matter how many times I tell you, why would I mark you? Why would you think I'm doing this?
Brie, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but Can you just make sure that you're putting out the dates of this? Because Key is still trying to say that this is because Boston got on her fucking panel.
This was in May. This is May 19, 2025.
He's over there just running her mouth about you, Scott, and your dogs. Key, if you're hearing this, don't worry about Bree and Scott and her dogs.
The dog was
This has nothing to do with you.
Literally.
Nothing.
Yo, you know what?
At
You
all.
should not
So
even acknowledge her because I don't even want to acknowledge her.
Drama
There's nothing-
seeking weirdo. It's got nothing to do with you. This has been going on for months. Get over it. We don't care that she was
This was
on
May
your panel.
19th.
I was on her panel. I was on her panel with her with Ryder like 2 weeks ago. This has got nothing to do with getting on your panel, you
Yeah, I don't
freak.
care that she was at the panel. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention that. Maybe this will clear it up. What I got upset about is that, and I never just got upset, I got upset with anybody who was on that panel who's friends with Crystal when he decided to use, because, you know, she didn't like when Planty used, how would you like it if someone got your boyfriend's information? Well, he said, how would you like it if someone did something to Crystal's deceased husband? And I was like, what does this have to do with Crystal's, with Crystal at all? So I got upset with everybody who's Crystal's friend, not mad or upset, but even, I feel like anyone who was on that panel, wait, hold on. Anyone who was on that panel that didn't say like, yo, whoa, Key, like, why are you bringing in Crystal's deceased husband? So I didn't care less with whose panel she goes on. The fuck? I was upset that Crystal's one of her closest friends and she didn't say, wait, why are we bringing up Crystal's? Because I even said it in the comments. I said something. What does this have to do with Crystal? Anyways, back to this. Not addressing Key anymore. I don't care. She can stream. She can think what she wants. This was May 19th, 2025.
I just want to say, she always says that, oh, look, Aubrey's here again. I do. I hang out in Key's lives. I have. I go to the Two-Face lives. I don't care. I'm everywhere. It's not a problem. We don't police each other like that. We're not psychotic. But keep going.
Okay. So, but anyways, this message is just showing how I would always just try and try and try. And sometimes I feel like I just don't know what more I can do anymore. I mean, what more I can do. But at the same time, you on the other hand, no matter how many times that I validate you, no matter how many times I tell you, why would I mock you? Or why would you think I'm doing this or that? Or why this or why that? No matter how many times I tell you, if you even had that thought, just get it out of your mind because it's not how I feel at all. You don't. You still continue to make comments and think that way. I'm sorry that I got frustrated, but I hate having to constantly convince my friend that I care about her, that I notice her, and that I love her. And she even said, I'm sorry I'm like that. I wish I wasn't. I actually thought I was getting better. I'm trying, blah, blah. Okay. So I was always validating her. Always. Constantly. Okay, here's what. This was 5:19. If you check your text from me, you'll see I sent you an I love you almost 48 hours ago. Maybe you did see it. I don't know. When I asked you what you love about me, oh yeah, I'll tell you that story. Your answer was because you love me so much. I do, and I always will. One day, this is what I mean. The shit that she would do, and also, you see, this is even making me feel like I hate that she feels this way. I feel for Boston when it comes to this, but she's not gonna go around saying I was a bad friend because I always validated her. This is her issue she has to deal with. I'm not even gonna read any more of these because I'm like, I just don't even want to. But I'll tell you about that situation because this is the shit that I went through. I was on a phone call one day, and Ray always reminds me of my doctor's appointment. Remind me of of everything that's coming up. And Boston goes, what do you love about me? So I told her, I was like, oh, okay, are we going around in a circle? I love this about you. And then Aubrey was on a phone call, so I was like, Scott, what do you love about me? So then I felt like I had to do it for Aubrey. Then I did it for Aubrey. I was like, Aubrey, what I love about you was blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was very, I was about to break the awkwardness. I'm about to be like, your turn, Aubrey. You go around, your turn. But like,
So awkward.
it was so awkward. It was, in my head, I was
Don't bring me into this. This fucking weird circle jerk.
So fucking uncomfortable.
I remember I was like, yeah, and that's all I said. I only said one thing. I was like, I love that. That's what I love about you, Ray. You're like you keep all my appointments together.
What do you love about me?
I was not expecting that. And it's like, what do you love about me?
Bruh, the way I was like creeped the fuck out.
And I said multiple things, but then it was funny though, because I didn't know whether to stop or not, because it was just the only other person in the call was Aubrey. And like, I was like, I knew Aubrey wouldn't have cared, but I was like, I felt like I needed to do Aubrey next. So I did. I was like, and Aubrey, It was just. I was like, I don't know what to do. I should have put y'all on a spot and made y'all go next. Your turn, Aubrey. Your turn. What do you love about me the most? Yeah, it was. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and have somebody talk about, I asked her to be a better friend, but she couldn't. You know what? Boston was actually not lying when she said that. She wanted me to be a better friend and I couldn't. Why? Because her idea of a good friend means basically obsession with her. I had to be only talking to her. I had to call her every day, text her every day, not give my time to people she felt like. She even got to Kim. She got pissed about that. Like, I can't believe you spend time encouraging her and you can't even call. Like, yeah, she dead ass got so pissed at me and she brought it up multiple times
still
throughout our
mad,
friendship.
yeah.
She brought that up at least 3 times throughout our friendship. Like, seriously, she would bring it up.
A year later, damn near.
Damn, yeah, 6 months later, yeah. And I was just like, Boston, how many times do I have to tell you, like, cause she was so mad because I was on the phone with Kim for 3 hours. She's like, 3 hours? Oh, you remember? She got so pissed off in a live. She was in a live being like, I can't fucking believe this, and she left a lot. She was livid that I was on the phone with someone for 3 hours.
I ain't going to Jeffrey Jackson and fight him on a water.
What?
You want Sheena to tell her story about the ride?
What?
Car ride? You want Sheena to tell her story about the car ride?
Yes, Sheena, come on the big box. Come in the big box.
Why are you looking at me?
You want me to put her in there?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, where's Sheena?
Your water.
Well, like, you know how they had a Survive and Breed Discord? More like Surviving Boston. Who next? Who wants to go next?
We only heard you say like 2 words, Sheena, so it's okay.
Okay. Because I was doing dirty dealings. No, I'm kidding.
We know, we heard you.
We were talking about his father-in-law, who is no longer with us. But anyway, yeah, I was on the way down there, and it was it was a lot. No, she was upset about Lindsay Woo Woo Bestie being invited to Gypsy's birthday party, but she was invited too, just like everybody else, you know. So it was a lot of what I felt was self-pity, but I was trying to be patient because she was my friend. So it was, God, Bree, maybe you can help me out, because it drained. What was bothersome is when
She made you feel like shit for being down there, basically.
yeah, when back in April we were all going to get together and go down there, and because it was her birthday, we weren't able to do that. You know, a lot of people couldn't do it. So I told Bree, I was like, look, I've already got my Airbnb reserved. I've already made plans. And, you know, with my health, I'm not promised tomorrow. So Bree was like, well, just come on anyway. You know?
Yeah, can you pause for a second? Because I want to say something about that. Y'all heard Sheena with her health. She's not promised tomorrow. Oh my God, can she shut up? God. I knew that Sheena didn't want to cancel the trip because she doesn't know. Tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised to anyone, but Sheena does have real health issues. And for Boston to be mad because Sheena was excited and call it bragging, I was like, oh my God, she's like, she shouldn't be happy for Sheena. And it just pissed me off. So anyway, so let me mute again.
Well, I tried not to say a whole lot about. I remember being on the live and I'd say, Bree, I'm coming in 3 days, or you know. But I missed everybody down there, and Bree and I talked about how fun it would be if everybody had gotten to come. We went on live she said to me that, and see, the way I remember it was everybody was making plans to go, and I'm not one to invite myself. I just don't. If somebody wants you to go or whatever, they'll invite you. My mother ingrained that in my head, like since I was little. Don't invite yourself; it's rude. Because I'd invite myself over to my cousin's house. It's supposed to be me and everybody else like. Supposed to be me and everybody else like horned in on it. And I said, no, I thought like everybody was supposed to go. She said, no, it was just supposed to be me and Bree, and everybody else got in on it. And my
That's
daughter.
a lie also, though. Everybody know real fast. Me and Boston would always say, like, it wasn't like we planned. She was just like, I'm going to come see you next year. And I'm like, okay. Great. This was when we were friends with Katie still. Her and Katie had gotten close. And I remember one day she was just, like, Katie was just, we were talking a lot one time, and she's like, yeah, Boston's going to stay by my house when she comes down here. Like, hey, I'll even come out there by Katie because she doesn't live that far. So, really, what was started off as Boston coming to visit me turned into even including Katie. So she started the whole addition of adding other people. So for her to even tell you that was like, what? You the one that added an extra person when you... I never saw it that way. Like, it was supposed to be about me and Boston, and that's it. Because I never saw things like that ever anyway. But the more the merrier. But anyways.
And she was upset that Lindsay, Woo Woo Bestie, was going. And so I had told her she's not going to go to her birthday party because that's more intimate. That's just for, family and close friends. Well, Lindsay ends up getting invited. We don't have to go into all that, but she was extremely, and I had flippantly, I bet you $20, or she bet me $20 that Lindsay would go or wouldn't. I was like, nah, it's like for like super close, and they're just now making peace, and she was like, you owe me $20. You can send it to my Cash App. I need it. Thank you. And my daughter was like, Mom, this is just crazy.
Oh, and guess what, y'all? She really sent her a $20 request on Cash App.
Yeah.
Mommy.
1 second. Staff is hollering. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's fine. Okay. But when, Gypsy invited Lindsay to go, when she was getting off parole, Gypsy and Lindsay had spoken, and they had made some semblance of peace. And Gypsy asked us all how we felt about it. Some semblance of peace. And Gypsy asked us all how we felt about it. And I was like, I don't have a problem with it. We don't know her. Just, be on your guard. Well, it turns out she's one of the sweetest people you'd ever want to meet, actually. But at the time, I didn't know her. So I was like, just be on guard. Be careful. I mean, who are we to tell Gypsy she can't invite somebody? Peace had been made, I guess. And she was like, I could have handled anything. But when Bree went back to the condo and went live with her, she looked like a fucking fool, a complete fool. And I'm like, damn, man, it ain't.
Why did it matter? I went live for 2 seconds.
I mean, I got the impression and then the whole way down there, 1 minute she's okay, 1 minute she's upset, and she said she was going to go get help and then come back. And I thought that's what was going to happen. I never saw all of this happening, and I wanted her to, and I wished her to, yeah, you do that and you come back because
we went through this. We've always, y'all, if we've had friends that we parted with, we've left it like that. We never talked about it. We never brought it into the public.
Yeah.
And she did.
Jealousy of Bree giving her attention to anyone else. And I couldn't wrap my head around that because I know Bree enough to know that she's not trying to not be a friend or ignore someone of people. And I think Boston thought some people deserved her attention and some people didn't. And I don't think that's fair. And I don't think it's right. One person in our group here is not better than the other. So even me, I feel pretty close to Bree, but I don't call her and text her every day because I know she's got a lot going on. And I don't expect her to drop everything for me. But the whole way down there, because it was a lot to deal with. And maybe you can add to that, Bree, but even thinking about it drains mentally.
Well, yeah, she also stressed you out about the so Aubrey at this time, her and Aubrey weren't even really that much on talking. Like, they weren't really talking that much. Like, they had gotten into, I don't know if it was an argument, I don't remember the details, but Aubrey made that really cute video, you know, with all the buildings in it. And Boston, she still added Boston in it. Even though Boston wasn't technically in our Discord anymore, we weren't all talking to her, you know, she still talked to her, you know, here and there or whatever. I don't know what their relationship was at the time, but she added her. Well, she, for whatever reason, didn't notice it, and she flipped the ever-living fuck out. Like, she flipped out, and she was going off and off. Like, if only y'all could hear and see, Sheena's better than me because I'd fucking show them at this point because of how Boston's acting. If you heard these voice messages that she sent Sheena, oh my fucking God, they were fucking insane. And then Sheena's like, Boston, you were in the video. And she showed it, and then Boston felt like an ass. But she felt like an ass after. But one of the things she said that was so weird in the voice was that, and this isn't the first time Aubrey's done it, y'all, anytime Boston has ever made a group video, she's always put Boston in it. So the only thing I can think of is maybe the AI videos where Aubrey does one with, like, say, her and Amelia. I don't even know who she's done one with where it's just her, and I know way back when she did one with her and Harley. I don't know, because she said this isn't the first time she's done it. There's never been a group video that Aubrey's made that didn't include Boston. So I have no fucking clue what she's talking about. But yeah, she was like going fucking off about this, and all along she was actually, and one of the things she said, you know, she's like, she put Beth in there. Fucking Beth, Sheena. Like, she was pissed that she put Beth, but not her. But all along she did have her in it.
Yeah, she was wrong.
Also said, "Oh, I didn't finish it, so I didn't see." But Beth was right next to her, so she did finish it. She just didn't see it, and she, instead of coming to me, which we were still on speaking terms, instead of coming to me, she went to my friend and started talking shit about me instead of, like, just coming and asking me what was going on or telling me how, and, like, basically try to make me look like an asshole to Sheena.
I said that this was your plan to always sabotage her and shit. Like,
and the thing is, you know, I even now am uncomfortable speaking. I told Boston, you know better than this, because when I made that post about, hey, did I find a new woo-woo bestie or whatever, she said, gain one, lose one. And I'm like, why would you say that? Even told her, you know, we keep stuff in house. And I wouldn't even say anything now, but I think at this point we have to, because we look like assholes, and we're not, because Beth says we iced her out. Boston left on her own accord. Nobody told her to leave or pushed her out. She left because she chose to. And so to say otherwise makes it look like we're a pack of assholes.
Call her with my landlord.
And it wasn't that way.
That's why she left, by the way. I was on a voice call crying about my landlord dying instead of talking to her. And I'm not like, she literally told me, I guess you care more about your followers or whatever than me. And when I saw that after I got the call, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was in there, like, just sobbing because I was so sad about this. That's why I hadn't called her yet, because we were supposed to do a phone call. And that's why she ended up leaving Discord and HQ, was because I wanted to talk to all my friends about something that I was sad about rather than calling her. Yeah. So she left.
It was just I tell you what, if you didn't know better, you would have thought it was a boyfriend-girlfriend type thing. That's the level of how this went for Bree's time and attention. it was almost like a boyfriend saying, you don't give me enough attention, or you don't. It just was totally weird. The whole
toxic boyfriend, girlfriend.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was. So yeah. So anyone out there that wants to believe what she's saying, believe it if you want, but that's not what happened. That's not what I mean. She even in her message, she's even saying, I know this is my issue. This is my issue. But it's like, I feel like she would say that, but it's like she really didn't believe it. And it is. I never did shit to Boston other than, oh my God, try my best to like validate her at every given moment that I could. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, maybe it did start to feel like I was being distant. But think about it, even in like say a relationship, if your boyfriend or girlfriend is constantly saying shit like that, like you don't talk to me like, that eventually will push you away a little bit. Like if you're constantly being like made to feel like shit because you didn't want to have a private conversation with someone after you was on an 8-hour call with them, like naturally like and unintentionally you're gonna like just kind of almost distance yourself or like push away a little bit and you won't even realize it, fall apart because of that. Because if you are giving someone all you can possibly give them and they're constantly telling you you need more, it's just gonna drive a wedge between you. And that's exactly what happened. And it's sad, but like I know one thing, it's certain like my thing, I was sitting there reflecting. I was before I wrote that message that I read to y'all a while ago. I was sitting there one day and I was thinking about all the things that happened throughout our friendship. And I was like, I thought about her the day she said, talking about my niece and nephew. And it really, really like got to me because I can remember being on phone calls with them and like my nephew would be leaving. He's like, Bree, I really want to sleep over. And I would see, I'm like, you can't because I hadn't had a bed for them yet. And I finally got one. And I would even like be crying, like coming onto the call, like kind of in tears because like just watching him walk away and get into his mom's car. And when I know that he wants to sleep about those moments and like for her to be there for those moments of me being so sad because I couldn't let him stay over. And then to see her be like, oh, they're staying over again. Like, what? Like, it just, I couldn't believe, like, I was almost mad at myself for not right then and there being like, no, fuck that. You're not going to be, like, why are you saying that shit to me? Like, you should be happy for me that I had them over here spending time with me, not upset because you're not going to watch me on live tonight. Like, are you kidding me? And it's like what somebody said in the phone call last night, like, Brie, don't ever, if anybody ever expects you to put them before your family, let that be the biggest red flag right there, And that's what she did. And because I couldn't believe that, because I was so happy that I finally got that bed for them and they was able to sleep over. And it brought them so much joy to be here. And they just love spending time with me. So for her to be like, you have them again, just like, that's what really did it for me. And that's when I wrote her that message. I was just like, fuck this. And that's why I called her selfish, because that is selfish. And she wants to be like, I'm selfish. I'm fucking selfish. Yes, you are selfish. You are selfish that I spent like 152 hours with you this week, but and guess what, y'all? Sometimes when it would be over, once they would be laying down, I would be on a voice call with all of them because they were going to sleep, And I want to lay down with them because they, like, especially Kai, he loves when I am right there. And he's like that with his mom too. Like when he's going to sleep, he wants to be like with you, And so I started like not getting on if I even did get on a phone call with anybody, it wasn't going to be until after they were obligated. Like I felt when she would say like, what time are you going to have them till? Are you going to have them all night? And I'd be like, yeah, but like, I'll try, like, if they're sleeping, I almost felt like I needed to, and I shouldn't have ever done this. Like that should have never even been a priority, was getting them to sleep so I can get on a phone call. Like what? Like it almost makes me so mad at myself for even, because I can remember times when they were over here, me being like, all right, y'all, come on, let's look down. And I'm like almost down and I'm like, almost like, because I'm trying to get them to sleep so I can get on a phone call. Like, it's crazy. It's so fucking crazy. And yeah, no. Like, once I really sat down and reflected on that, I was like, I could never, like, I don't want to be friends with her ever again. I don't, like, good luck to the rest of the people that will ever be in her life. Like, I wish the best for her and them and their relationships. There's no going back from me. I could never see it happening again because, no, especially now, you're acting like that. Fuck that. I neglected my own fucking family for that girl. Like, yeah, I don't think so.
I think that it's, the whole Ray giving you a gift and, I mean, all that stuff, it just stacks up and it's draining.
Yep.
And I'll tell you this, if you had to put up with dealt with that day while I was traveling, I can't see how you've done it. I just can't.
Because I cared. I didn't want to not be her friend. So I did try. And that's what I meant in that message when I was like, I didn't listen. No, me listening was me making sure I always say hello to you in a call. Me listening was always, even if I'm in a voice call and even if I'm streaming my phone in Discord, if I heard a boop boop, I used to go back out and go look at the boxes to see if it was Boston coming in. Or I made sure to go check my messages more to make sure see if Boston messaged me. Or, like her listening would have been her not making comments like in lives. Jeanette, can you go tell Brie I sent her a text message since she never answers? Expecting so much of me, or her believing that if I don't see you and come into the live, it might have been because I wasn't looking at the screen. Like a little bit of a break, like, okay, maybe Brie just didn't see me come in, even though I see a lot of people come in. What, there's 117 people in here. Could you imagine if I was telling every single fucking one of y'all hello? We wouldn't even be able to have this conversation. She is the one who didn't listen. I did listen because I went to extremes to please her. Like, I shouldn't have to say hello to her when she comes into the live every fucking time she does. You know what I'm saying? I don't say hello to every single fucking person. So I was I was doing things that I shouldn't have even had to do. So fuck that. All you did was ask me to be a better friend and I couldn't do that? Yeah, no, fuck that.
Well, didn't she write to you one time that she wanted you all to herself?
Yeah, I read that.
Okay. I had to get off for a minute, but...
Yeah, I read that. I wanted y'all to myself.
It sucks because, you love somebody and you care about somebody, and then you start seeing all these comments across social media, and I'm just thinking, why? Like, Boston, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? So we keep quiet because none of us want to put out business in public. But like I said, it makes us look like the bad guys. Always. We're always the bad guys because we don't want to speak out and let certain situations just lay,
Right, that's why, even Quad right now, Quad's all hard on. Yeah, she talked shit about Quad all the time. She'd been like HQ, and I hated that. I don't want anybody to feel some type of way because they're not in fucking HQ. It's just a group chat like any other group chat I have with people. And she constantly, like Erin, she said that like Erin told Skip she was pretty, and she was like, "You never told me I was pretty." Like, I mean, she does it to other people too, just not to the extreme that she's done it to me. Erin, she's all good friends with her. She Erin used to share things with her, and she would tell her not to share it. She did. She showed me all the messages that her and Erin would have. Well, the ones that would be, I guess, something worth showing me, whatever. Erin might have never known, but there was a passive aggressive post she made. It was about Erin because that's one thing that boss post a story or a video that was really passive aggressive. And one was definitely about Erin. She might never noticed, but and I don't care. I mean, everybody can make their own choices with being friends with Boston, but I want to make it very clear that I promise you, She's talked shit about you. And it is what it is. Just like I found out she talked shit about me and even my husband to one of my, friend that used to be my friend, Katie. Found out that she called my husband a loser when my husband works his fucking ass off every fucking day. He gets 1 day off a week. And sometimes he even goes in on that day. You're not going to call my husband fucking ass off. So, but that's the thing. Boston can talk shit about anybody, but let her get talked about. And that's, oh my God, she can't handle it. Like when Nicole, you know how many times you know how many posts she almost made about Nicole that I stopped her from doing? A lot. Not just me, Aubrey too. That's what pisses me off about that situation. Because Nicole, if you're hearing this, there's a lot of things that I have not agreed with that people have put out about you or even your husband. And Aubrey used to tell her shit. I told her shit. Many people told her shit. There's a lot of posts that were the one that she made about Karen Bates, because she actually put a black woman, because I guess her daughter is black, in a cornfield, and I told her, take that fucking down. Like, what are you doing? And she did it exactly for that reason. Unlike the situation with me, she did it exactly for that reason, because Boston loves to poke people with that shit. Do I think Boston's actually racist? I never thought she was. Oh, you think she is? Well, she's like, yes. But you and Boston have gotten into it over that shit. But I did. There was many a times where I told her she crossed the line. Like, everybody thinks that we never told Boston shit. We would always tell Boston shit. The cornfield video came down because I was pissed about it. I was like, you do realize that that's not Karen Bates. That's her daughter. I was like, you're involving her daughter and putting her daughter in a cornfield. Take that shit down. Like, what the fuck? Or there were things that she would show me about Nicole, like a video she was posting. I'm like, do not fucking post that, Boston. And she wouldn't, thank God. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I fucking saved. So, but yeah, like, I'm not the bad guy here.
I think the narrative of we iced her out needs to definitely be corrected.
Why are you annoyed?
Not what happened. And people that don't even know what happened are speaking on it. Beth wasn't there. She doesn't know what happened.
Nope.
She's in the comments saying we iced her out. I would never do that to anybody.
Oh, Nelly, I understand you.
If we wanted somebody gone, we'd tell them.
Think about what I just said.
We all know that. Because y'all tried to tell me to leave and I refused. No, I'm kidding. Listen, okay, there's 10 spots in that. And I said that yesterday on Key's panel, and they were trying to act like I was lying. That's not how Discord.
Yeah, okay, I want to talk about
yes,
that.
It does. I know for a fact there's room for 10 spots. That's it.
Yeah, y'all really took that out of context. When she said we needed that spot, that Ray, we wanted to put Ray into our group chat, but you can only fit 10 people in it, and Beth was no longer here. So we needed, which now I learned that you actually could remove someone yourself as long as you created it, but we needed Beth to remove herself so Ray can get into our group chat. That's what we need, but we needed that spot. We wanted Ray to be in that group message. That's all.
Yeah, like we've been in that chat for like a long time. We don't want to delete and move. Like, we thought about doing that, but we don't want to because all our shit for like the past year has been in there. Like,
right, it's a mod chat.
Yes, we had other chats. We were just like, Beth can go on those chats, but we spend the majority of our time, like when we talk in groups, in that one. Like, we just wanted, it wasn't like,
right, that's what she meant by the spot.
What the fuck they were trying to get at. It was so weird.
Ray was one of my, it became one of like my main mods at that, well, she still is. But so, and Beth was no longer one of my main mods, so we needed that spot for one of my main mods. That's all it meant.
I think that it needs to be said too that Beth had been gone for a long time.
A long time.
She found that boyfriend. She disappeared. Every once in a while, she'd pop in and say, hey, but she wasn't like participating in conversations or any of that stuff. We just didn't see her. Every time I'd see her here and there in a live, I'd be like, hey, Beth, because I hadn't seen her in so long. So to take up that spot when someone that's being productive could be in it was the thought behind it. It wasn't just like, oh, let's get rid of Beth.
I'm lying. It's called a group call. Make one on Discord and then tell me when you can add more than 10 people, Key, since you know everything.
Wait, what?
You're a liar.
She said,
You don't know what you're talking about.
Stupid.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I'm sorry, but anyone who has Discord,
I can't deal with that one. She's too fucking dumb.
Even stop acknowledging her. Seriously, it's not worth it. But anyone who has Discord knows that a group call, not inside the Discord, like HQ is not in the Discord. If you have a chat, like a group chat in Discord, you cannot have more than 10 people in that group chat. Anyone who has
there is a difference.
Yeah.
A group chat and a server is different. When we first came over to Discord, we didn't have a server for months. We had a group chat. That was all we knew how to do. I had to learn the rest over time. I built the server, I think it was months after we fucking came over to Discord. That's when I got the rest of the girls to come over there. But we have always kept our group chat. We've got our family photos in there. Everything it's just a group chat. But yeah, it's got all that stuff in there for a year. We just want to stay there. We don't want to be jumping around from different place to different place to talk to Ray. So we asked Beth to leave. It was just easier.
And not only that, but that call with Beth was very kind and loving. Nobody was like, get the fuck out, we need your spot. It wasn't like that at all. And Amelia knows that. I know Amelia knows that if nobody else does. But yeah, they were trying to say I was lying yesterday, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I know only 10 people can be in there. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, and it's the chat with my main mods in it, basically, and we have a whole bunch of other group chats, each person is different, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on if you have group chats or not, but it's not like the HQ mod chat is not in the FBI Discord. It's completely, like Aubrey said, it's completely separate. It's just a group chat, and like I said, anybody on Discord knows that you can only have 10 people. Even Rogie wanted to, he was like, well, I'm not in there. We're like, we can't fit you, Rogie. There's only 10 people. So we created a whole another group chat that has, Rogie in it with a bunch of us, up to 10, because we couldn't fit any more than 10. It's that simple. Yeah. It's literally that simple.
What the fuck am I going to sit there and lie about it for?
Right.
I don't give a shit what those people think.
Yeah, I'm I don't understand what the big deal is. Why
only 10 people can fit?
Why is it such why does it bother you what we do with a fucking group chat? Move on with your life, you weirdos. The fact that you're all sitting here watching this, trying to piece together things that you know nothing about is pathetic. You obviously have fucking nothing else to do with your time. We are your entertainment. We are the center of your fucking existence. You should get over here and fucking gift me.
And Boston might want to stop y'all, because if y'all really want, I'll drop whole messages since January when I joined Discord, and then you'll know it had nothing to do because I belong on Key's panel, because this shit goes all the way back in Discord to January, and then the rest is in text messages, because before that we didn't have Discord. So trust me, if y'all saw the whole thread between me and Boston, you would know that it has nothing to do with a fucking panel. I give no fucks about whose panel she goes on. I don't care. I'm not her friend anymore. And even my friends, even my own friends. Yeah. Do I get bothered? Would it bother me if people go on certain panels to talk about things that I think that we should just fucking just get over and move on about? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I guess they're a grown-ass woman or a grown-ass man. They can do what the fuck they want. But the last person I give a fuck about whose panel she's on is Boston. That's not my friend. Why do I care about whose panel she's on? The fuck?
Well, someone was saying yesterday that our group is imploding or something like that. And I can tell you this, we're fine. We're talking about 2 people that made the choice to leave a while back. We've been fine. And, we had a complete group chat last night.
How long we was on that phone call? I was in it the whole time I was in the freaking hospital. We were on that phone call for probably 12 hours.
Yeah,
it was 30 or 40 people just sitting on a phone call. We enjoy talking to each other.
Yeah.
We are a good group. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
We all stand. I think it was very plain last night. We all stand in solidarity. They're fine. We're over here doing our thing, and then bam, this stuff comes up. You know what I mean?
We're better off.
I love my group, and well, how many times have I said what my mom says? It's like sometimes things happen to separate the chaff from the wheat.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to get rid of the.
Sometimes the trash takes itself out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get the racist ableist out of there and everything's going to be fine. And also too, I hope you are watching in Skip's Discord because you've been shown the red flags now. So when it starts coming up, Skip, and she starts trying to get rid of you because she wants Erin to herself, I hope you can think back to this. It's going to happen.
Like she already
And
did.
I've got screenshots of that too, Boston.
Remember?
Do y'all remember how pissed Boston was that Erin wouldn't drop Skip as a friend?
Yep.
I remember that very well.
In fact, I sent you something in your DMs. Like, Brie, it's like, it's going to happen. And I honestly hope if you can learn nothing else from this, you all need to stop picking up our rejects. Because I'm telling you now, we chuck them away for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah, like, here's an example. I thought I remembered her saying something like that.
Iceberg.
Skip, Erin loves me too, so fuck off.
This is
Because,
what
you know,
happens when you give someone else attention. If you give someone else attention and she wants it, that's going to happen.
yeah, because that's exactly what happens. Like, because my thing is Erin can love Skip and Boston, like, and that's even what. Look, I was even thinking, even when she wrote shit like that, like, all like the time, I was kind of upset that it wasn't corrected about who posted Tombstone, like, because Erin was on Skip's live at this time, and Skip said something about us doing that, and no one corrected it. And so Boston was like, "Yeah, I talked to Erin." I was like, "Oh, really? What y'all said?" She shows the screenshot in the picture. I mean, in the Discord, and I was just like, "What?" She messaged her. I mean, she texted her and was like, so I see something like you. I see you always in Skip's lives and Skip's videos calling her pretty. You never call me pretty. And I'm like, oh, that's what you reached out to her about? Okay. No, I thought you reached out to her about, like, oh, okay. Well, never mind. Like, I was just like, what the fuck? I was thinking to myself, like, and honestly, I was also thinking, like, Boston, you're going to end up pushing her away. If you really care about Erin as a friend, you don't tell her shit like, you tell her she's pretty, but not me. Like, why? Like, I genuinely was like, I wanted to tell her that, but I didn't want to, I wanted to be like, don't tell Erin that. Like, somebody pretty, like. I'm sorry, Sheena, I'll start telling you. Or one time, Milky, I want to say, commented like my pretty friend on one of my videos, and Boston commented, you told me I was pretty once. Like, okay.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, as soon as anybody who she's close with starts showing somebody else more attention, yeah. And I don't even know, like, that's weird. He was like, Skip, Erin loves me too, so fuck off. Oh, I guess Skip was like, Erin loves, I don't know if Skip must have said that, and she was just like, she loves me too. And, yeah. But that's what happens when, yeah. It's toxic.
For me, I want Boston to go with whatever it is she needs. But I think at this point, things are just irreparable. They're broken, and I don't think we can come back from it. To be for all of us, you know what I mean? it just is what it is, and you have to let it go.
You should find out what you should find Aubrey is all the shit Boston said about Key. Cause the reason she stopped, cause Key, the reason Boston stopped coming to my lives is because she said you were too much. You thought Aubrey, when she said quiet time, was talking about you. No, if Boston would have wrote that, maybe it would have been attention like Bostonisha. When you started giving Ray some attention, that was it. She didn't like you anymore because she couldn't stand Ray. Because that's who I gave attention.
Complained about Key every single time she got on the panel. Key's taking over the panel again. Like literally every single fucking time.
But you know what? I loved when Key came on the panel, so I never cared that Boston. Like I was the one that was like, I like Key coming on the panel. Like we have fun, you know. But Boston never. She even said that's the reason she stopped coming into my lives. Even though I promise you she probably and watched them later. But it was because she could not take listening to Key.
Yeah, I remember all that. And I remember when Key left, she was like, I think she came over here this whole time just to find out what she could. And me, Bree, Ray, all of us were like, no, I don't think so.
Boston did not go on the
Are you stupid, Key?
The way after we were friends. We stopped being friends. Boston did not go on your panel until after we stopped being friends, you dumb ass. I do not care. She's been
gone for fucking weeks, months. You stupid bitch. Get it in your head.
She's you know what? It doesn't even matter what she thinks. Everybody else can comprehend it, so she don't even have to. Like, the things I'm showing you is from, like, May. So stupid. He just loves being, just like Tony. Look, I'm not a fan of Tony's, but Tony, he was spitting facts on that live the other day that he was on. He can't, like, her personality pretty much type is not for him. Like, he don't want to just be on a live talking about people all fucking day. He didn't like that, which is why he couldn't be friends with her. Like, he's, like, good for him. I know he's really young. Good for him to be able to, like, have boundaries like that, to be honest, because not a lot of people do. I will say, like, I'm not a fan of his, but I respect that about him. And not just because it's Key for anybody. Anybody who could set boundaries like that and just be straight up like, look, I don't think you're a bad person, but I just things that I just don't vibe with. And hey,
learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, I can respect that.
That was making him make mistakes that he didn't want to make.
He's saying that all this happened after Boston was on her panel?
Yes. She thinks me and Boston's whole falling out was because she was on the panel. What do you mean? In those comments, she literally said,
This was months ago.
If it makes her feel better. It has nothing to do with her. This happened, how long ago did Boston leave? How long ago did Beth leave? Like, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, you know? I know.
I wonder if Key remembers.
In July, and this had already happened. I know that.
Honestly,
I don't know nothing else.
Listen, Key needs to mind her.
She's screaming you right now, talking crap. She don't like the truth, do you, Key?
Key, when you were around here, she stopped coming. You used to go, where you been, Bostonisha? Because she hates you. She couldn't stand you. I've got all the screenshots of that too. She didn't want to be around you. Like, she said awful things about you, Key. Absolutely awful, racist crap.
This is when she left. This was when she left from over here. Look, this is when I should have July 1st. Long before she was on your fucking panel. I do have a message here where she said, Bria.
I didn't even know she was on Key's panel. I'm talking about the comments.
She was on it with you, crazy.
Me?
Yes.
She was on there with me?
Yeah, it was the day that you were talking about the situation with Nicole.
Lord, I don't even remember what I had for breakfast half the time anymore. for being on Key's panel, but I guess she was. I mean, but anyway, it has nothing to do with Key. It has nothing to do with anybody else on TikTok. It has to do with all of us. And it just is what it is. You know, I've just noticed recently comments and stuff, and I always think, Boston, why are you doing this? Why are you saying this? You know, like, why? And well, now that you're dicking around with, you know, when, like I said, she left of her own accord. She was going to take care of some things and come back. That is exactly what she said. But in the meantime, apparently, the snide comments, you know, couldn't be controlled or whatever.
Oh, wow. Look, y'all. Look what I found. That didn't take long. Look at this. Key. I just did courts in session, fucking Judge Key presiding. Look, 2 months ago, I was going to go live, but y'all with Key. So, see? She was going to come in live, but y'all with Key. So, oh, and actually, she was going to with Key. So, that was her being jealous. I'm watching Court TV, Judge Key presiding. He, bye Key. Yeah.
We allowed Boston to be racist. She's a 55-year-old woman. She's 55. We didn't allow her to
3 years older than
Nicole, I had Nicole, I want you to listen to this, because if you go on her page and you see a picture of her in a graveyard digging, I had to beg her not to have it to be your husband that she was digging up. That is like one of the actual Boston where I said to her, please don't do this. Please do not be digging that man up. And she was like, no, she got mad at me because I told her to stop bringing people's families into it. Just said, just fucking stop it. Stop it. Why do you want to be digging that man up? That's what she wanted to do, Nicole, but I stopped that. But you keep going, girl. Enjoy it. Enjoy her.
Yeah, for real, because we could pull up that next. I could pull up things about that next. Oh, and you were right. You were right about that picture though. I'll tell you that. Remember Boston said this was her when really this one's her? You were right, Nicole. Boston said this was her, but really this is the one that's her. Yeah. But Key. Yeah, this was her complaining. Because we were live, we were on your live, and she was going to go live. Because she didn't like you on a loud, aggravating, and way too much. And I guess you were giving Ray attention. So.
I see where it says, he, bye, Key.
Yeah, that was when... I guess that shit happened. I don't even know.
We used to have phone calls with her because of the shit she'd say about you, Key. Because we were telling her that it's going too far.
Yep.
But this is up to you, Boston. If you want to keep going, we can keep going because you fucking know. It just gets worse. It's just going to get worse unless you want to shut your mouth.
Any of this is anybody's business but us right here.
It has nothing to do with Key. She is such a drama.
I'm not sure why.
Of course, Nicole's right there on that panel, too.
They scared that Discord gonna get leaked. Period.
There's a bad echo or a
Leak
lag.
what? Leak it.
Leak it.
Weirdos.
Leak it.
You don't give a fuck. There ain't nothing in there.
Everybody likes
Birthday
to lie.
celebration,
In there.
you stupid bitch.
Such a joke.
For what, Key? This isn't about you, you drama-seeking weirdo.
And
Do you
I'm telling
understand how
Anna,
pathetic
this is
you look?
bad.
You're so desperate for attention that you're over there holding a live about something that's got nothing to do with you. Fucking
Anna's the one
pathetic.
that's
You're
screaming it.
pathetic. God, go to fucking bed, girl.
Anna's streaming it. She's just as bad as Key, one that says she doesn't do drama, but you're over there creating drama because you're
But
streaming.
you have exactly. You have no content. You have no content. You're living for us.
She just loves numbers. She needs them in there because it makes her fucking relevant. Because without it, all she is a clueless fool walking around in circles with half a story because you can't comprehend anything anyone tells you. You can't take information in when it's given to you because all you know is little bits and pieces of a story. You are an embarrassment to this community. Like, honest to God, get out of here. To be in here, you need to be able to retain information. Go watch fucking Blippi or something because this is not the place for you. This is where adults hang out. You fucking mindless fool.
Exactly. Well said, Aubrey.
There's an echo and a lag, so tap the live, everybody, please.
Dreamer, girl, just stay here. Don't even go over there.
Don't worry about it, Dreamer. They're trash.
Just, yeah, stay out of there.
So one of you guys maybe want to decide, or Bree, because I don't know them.
Let me see, Sheena.
Okay.
Just so she can feel stupid because she's defending someone who literally talks shit about her constantly. Look at this. Key going off, fucking lunatic. Dreamer loves Key. Key up 2 with her eyes rolled.
She used to give me shit about Skip all the
Key.
time.
Yeah, fuck Key. Key's clueless in all reality, LOL. She ain't lying about that. I'm tired of listening to Key, sorry. Yeah, that's all she did was talk shit.
This was because, and I've got the messages of this too, because she used to go to me, I guess Key is Bree's new number 1 now. So she got jealous of you and wouldn't come in the lives anymore. That's why. Where are you, Bostonisha? Where are you? She gone, Key, because she don't want to be around you because she's jealous of you because Bree liked you. That's what happened.
Yep.
Yep.
But you didn't treat me a lot. You weren't psychotic. Well, now we know. Anyways, you never treated me like I was only allowed to be your friend. So I liked being around you more than Boston. So I didn't give a fuck. But yeah, that's all she did. I can look up more. We can keep going for days and days. I promise you, because she liked you at first when you was giving her all kind of attention. And then you started, and then she didn't like that I gave you attention. She didn't like that I always wanted you on there. And then she also didn't like that you gave Ray attention. So, but no, and that's why, y'all, I don't care if she's not gonna, it doesn't matter what we show her, but me showing these screenshots, it just makes her look like a fool because she's defending someone that, in all reality, before me and Boston stopped being friends, she fucking hated Key. She annoyed the fuck out of her. She couldn't stand to even listen to her voice. So, you look like a fool defending her, or no, you look like a fool trying to make it seem like this has anything to do with you, of all people. Like, why you think all of this? You think me and Boston's friendship ended because she was on your panel? Our friendship was never going to end because of me being jealous of something to do with Boston. That's for damn sure.
Right.
I want Boston to come out
because she had nowhere else to
behind
go.
the window and tell the truth and tell Keita she's tripping. Wait, what you said? I'm sorry.
She had to go and get on Key's panel because she had nowhere else to go. That was her last option.
She actually told, I'm not going to say who she told that to, but she said she only went on Key's panel because she missed going on panels. So she just wanted to go to somebody's panel.
Just
Isn't
because they
she?
wanted.
Is she in Skip's Discord?
Boston, yeah.
Yeah, I get kicked out of Skip's Discord, and Boston didn't like Skip.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
get kicked
yeah.
out.
Boston always yelled at Skip.
At Jeanette.
Jeanette for loving and caring about Skip. Literally.
Yep.
Always.
Literally.
But y'all go ahead. The only it's so weird because the only reason y'all are doing it is because y'all don't like me. And here's the thing: the fucked up part of it all is because up to a week ago, like there was so much more peace throughout this community. But don't worry, after I get all of this off my chest, we're going right back to that. If you want to join, you can. If not, you can stay the fuck away and be toxic all you want, because all that's going to do is show y'all's true colors. And I promise you, people are getting sick of that. They've voiced that, and I've listened, which is why I've been trying to change, the direction I'm going into, because not everybody wants to sit around and just fucking just scream and talk about drama all day. I mean, I know that's what you love, Key, but that's not what we love, and that's not what a lot of people might like. A little bit of drama, but people also like to have fun and hang out and just. It's weird that that's why I swear it's so crazy that all this is happening, because it seems like right when people were so many different people from all the sides of this fucking community was starting to get along. It's so crazy that that's happening, and then all of a sudden, boom, this fucking shit show of the last couple of days happens. It's just insane to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, trust me, if I went to wait, and it's something about y'all, I'm telling you know what the thing is? I think they have an obsession with our Discord. And can you imagine sometimes, and I'll never do this because I'm never going to let anybody invade our community's privacy. But sometimes, man, I wish we could just do we should have a day, like a camp, like a summer camp where it's a 1-day summer camp. Everybody gets to come in and have some fun. And y'all are going to be so disappointed. If y'all ever finally got to see our Discord, y'all would be fucking disappointed. Y'all would be disappointed because y'all would find nothing there that y'all would be interested in having or looking at. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Right.
That's why I'm telling you, if it wasn't for people putting private pictures of their children and their family, I would really open it up. I would have a day where it's open to anyone, just so y'all can feel so fucking stupid when y'all get into it. Because y'all would be like, oh, this is boring. I mean, it's not boring for us because, we're all having fun in there and talking to each other, but y'all would be bored because it would not be no juicy content for y'all.
Where did our Discord come from? We were just in it last night having a good time and a good conversation. I'm not sure what that's about.
Oh, no, because they're just saying shit. No, I'm saying I wish. Wait, our movie night? Not anything.
Stop threatening and just do it.
Yeah, just please. Someone please leak the whole thing. I hope anyone who's left in the past couple months, I hope you have screenshots of everything, stuff about people's lives. I don't care. If there wasn't so much, because we've been in Discord since January, if there wasn't so much, I swear to God, I would screen record the entire thing and just remove every private picture or just so everybody can see it, because these people really think there's something special in there.
Well, one information, that's just not happening.
I know. I love the way Key keeps saying somebody was doxxed, and it's like, shut up, Key.
Yeah, she says that, but she can't even name who was doxxed.
Exactly.
I've tried to explain to her so many times what doxing is, and I just
give it up because it ain't worth it.
Because you can think something is wrong legally, morally, down to the damn bones that you want. It doesn't make it legal. Right after that picture of Resident Midnight was talked about, Resident Midnight put out there, after there was talk about how that was doxing, I took that picture and slapped it up on my... There ain't nobody... I'm not going to get into it. I can't explain what doxing means anymore. I can't do it. I can't explain what a FOIA is anymore. Can't do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. I know Dreamer said that about calling that delivery guy's church. She wasn't going to do that. She was upset. And, you know, but it was okay what he did to Dreamer, I guess. You know what I mean? It's okay for others to call people's jobs and stuff, but yet we get blamed for it. We're not doing it. Yeah. Several people I've seen on Key's panel have doxed people. That is a fact. She can have who, I mean, it's her panel. She can have who she wants, but if she's against doxing, you got doxers up on your panel. Oh, Ray, I'm sorry. I tried. She's paused. Aubrey's right. Point where I don't care. If you think I'm doxing people or we're doxing people, it's whatever. You know? Sometimes if you ain't got nothing to defend, then you don't have to. And the crazy thing is I could do that if I wanted to. It's just not, I think it's kind of silly to be doxing people. Yeah, Dreamer filed a complaint. She never called the man's job or anything like that. And she was within her right to do that.
Exactly.
Nobody, Dreamer threatened, upset and mad she was like, he's lucky I didn't call it. Somebody said something about calling his church and she said something like, he's lucky I don't, or because she was upset and rightfully so. Dreamer and Ray, hang on till Bree pauses the live.
You know what? I called Instacart, got her banned, and I did complain to them and told them what the driver did. And I asked them, is that what you allow?
Okay.
Now, what Instacart did with it, they may have called his job and said, hey, this is what you're driving. I don't know. I didn't make a follow-up call. But I never called his job. But if they, I will. And I never called his church.
Yeah,
The only complaint I made was to Instacart.
Yeah, and I know you said that because you were upset.
Oh, no, I was dead serious.
You said something about he's lucky I don't.
He was lucky.
Somebody brought that up, and I knew you were just upset.
He was lucky. I was upset.
Yeah, he was lucky because you could have done stuff like that, but you didn't. And
he would have deserved it if had I done that.
Hell, I got accused of calling Ryan Anderson's wife.
And you know what?
I just don't care enough to.
For Keith to sit there and say I love her. Well, here's the facts. Even after she left in that incident in the live, did still like her. But she talks so much crap about bull crap and kissing butt that I have lost respect. And no, I don't like her. And by the way, since you're streaming this, when I heard that thing that you're going to keep quiet to do against Gypsy, I will find it out.
Well, that's Gypsy's nickname her entire life. She thinks it's funny. She's not bothered when people call her Possum. We had a big old discussion about it. She's been called that since she was little bitty, and she's cool with it. So when people think that's like a slight or something, she doesn't take it that way at all.
This live, Kia, get it through your head. We are not friends. And at this point, I don't think we can be friends. I've heard my facts. You were in a live earlier. Yeah, I saw the live. Telling somebody to tell the truth. Maybe it's time for you to tell the truth. You fling that Bible around. You know the one that says you will not bear false witness, which you claim you are a hypocrite. You call yourself a Christian. Well, in my Christianity, you're what you call a false Christian.
You know what? I don't talk about people.
Oh, look, y'all.
Because I think that's a very personal, private thing. But he embraced the Bible, and
He's been on my nerves for months.
Peaceful, and so I was so disappointed with the things that are going on now and the things that happened, because I always thought of her as, you know how you can just feel Jesus off of some people? I felt that off of her.
Not no more.
And so I hate the way things, have happened.
Wait, look, y'all, I ain't never gonna say something that I can't fucking prove. And I told y'all, look at this. Key's been on my nerves for months. See?
Okay, Sarah says she stopped streaming.
Yeah, I bet she would. Because she feels like a fucking idiot, probably. Because look at this. No more panel time for Key. Key always watching, comments too. Always sarcastic I am. Key puts up with me, but why not Aubrey? Key's still live. Why don't you report Key's live? I knew Key would turn on a dime. Key's been on my nerves for months. Yeah.
Now, I didn't know everything about what some of the Boston was doing until I saw this live tonight. I didn't unsubscribe to her a couple of days ago. Her channel out, and when I found her, she did a video on strawberry that was nasty. I thought about stitching it, but it was too terrible, and I just said nah, and I just sit there.
Say racism is a pretty big accusation without any proof? Are you serious? They constantly accuse people of that shit every fucking day over there. Get the fuck out of here. You want us to prove shit about Boston when it comes to racism? You ain't seen enough fucking proof, you damn self? Okay, anyways, go ahead, Dreamer.
That she is and proud of it.
She says she's racist and she's proud of it?
No, she's made enough.
No, she said that before. Did I think she was joking? Yes. Look, I'm not going to just say shit just because I don't like Boston. Do I think that you know how there are some people that are truly hatefully racist. Do I think that Boston, you know how there are some people that don't think that they say it's like it's like how they were raised, and that's still racist though. It is still racist, but they think it's innocent. Boston does that shit. Do I think that she would treat someone like differently that she saw in person because they're black? I don't personally think so. But she will say comments because she thinks it's okay because she was raised to think it was okay. That's what I think of when it comes to Boston. So Boston absolutely says racist shit. There was many times where we had to be like, Boston, a constant. And I'm telling you, her, Amelia, and Aubrey got into a big fight about this because they were like, they told her I cannot sit around and condone this shit, anymore. Yeah, so that's what I believe. Because I'm not going to sit here and just say, oh, yeah, Boston's 100% racist just because I'm mad at her. Well, I'm not mad at her. I just don't like her. I don't really care to... she's not my friend anymore. I'm not going to say it because of that, but I will say that she says things that are not okay, and I think it's because she thinks that it's okay to joke in certain ways. Like, she hasn't evolved with the time, if that makes sense. Like, just think about it. My mom's only 3 years older than her. She came from that generation. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. So, say something just because I don't like her, that's just what I get from it. So that is still like people don't realize it, and not to, if you want to sugarcoat it, you would say what I'm saying, but if you don't sugarcoat it, then yeah, it would be racist. But yeah, that's my opinion. But anyways, y'all can go ahead. So to say like a big accusation, like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all been calling Boston racist over there for how long, and now y'all want proof of something? Get the fuck out of here. Fucking day, I swear to God. The shit that y'all be saying is so fucking stupid. I'll show you that fucking post you made for Karen Bates. Tell me if that's fucking racist or not. Quiet time? Oh, I know she does. She doesn't like you. You've seen all the messages, and like I said, I'm sure I can find more. That's just going back a few months. Wait. But anyways, I've got to fish in the bag. Need a fucking oats, mate. Where'd Aubrey go? Aubrey, strawberry.
Hey,
Buddy. Facts on facts, we will call you out.
I was about to say, if you go in Oaks, mate, we will call you out.
Right. If you Oaks May on live, we will report you.
I gotta show y'all these for people who didn't see it earlier. Hold on a sec.